Vibe blowing at the J, got the loud jumping at the pay. Everything I'm on slay. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping at the bay. Vibe blowing at my J, got the loud jumping at the pay. Everything I'm on slay. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping at the bay. Another milestone, look at that. Paper boy, I'm a paper route till I'm 6 down on my back. I'm an old soul like my dad. My old girl still a fan. And yo girl at the live show, so don't act like I ain't the man. I'm kicking my feet up, get frank like Aretha. I'm calm, but I'm teed up, just flip me a stack. The Rio just doubled up off of the muscle, I stuck to the task. They see me, I'm troubled, I'm bubbling up till it's stuck, and they want me to stay where I'm at. I'm good everywhere that I'm stepping, my presence is crucial. You know that this shit I don't trend. On a big wave, I'm controlling the tide. Snake eyes when you rolling the dice. So with the stakes inside, I can never take another negative advice. They can't reach the sky, I'm aiming up high. I just wanna know what it's like. Y'all know what it's like, I come from outside of this. Out the quicksand, I'm the big man, doing big things. Cop a big change, up a state lines, doing stage dives on cam. It ain't no limit to my vision. Check the temp, I'm on fire with it. Got the bands jumping out the bag, Prosecco on ice. I'm nobody nice, gonna run up a check. Demand my respect, I'm doing the most. I never quit, they want me to quit. I'm good as it come, I'm good as it gets. Vibe blowing at the
and you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA.
Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.
What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the internationally known Boss Up Show. Part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne of this ish. The King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth. Yours truly, the Notorious One, aka Mr. Coachellini, better known as the prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're back in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than Hollywood CGA and EWF. That is every woman's fantasy in the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO Niggero of Fixes Binds LLC. The unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best entertainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The ladies love to call me Mr.
Your third leg
Greg.
Phenomenal.
Also the man with one trabajo. That is the anointed Mitch Slapper. The ecclesiastical Mitch Slapper, the anointed one.
Acknowledge me.
The founding father of the after pill, the junior college sociologist, the Morpheus of the mating matrix, the chocolated Confucius, the Black Moses, the deliverer, also known as the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game. But in case you forget those names ecclesiastically, just call me the benevolent monarch, Malo Papi. Oragato, Senoro. All right. You can call me CGA, see God Allah, and I be the 14-time and one-time banned, the monetized champion of the world. I gotta figure out what my linglings call me. They call me Mr. Adamson, I believe they call me something like that. But anyway, man, we got a great show for you lined up today. And those nicknames mean something. Those are nicknames that I accumulated over the years. All right. Over the years. They're not just nicknames I gave myself and Chris and myself. Those nicknames have meaning. The junior college sociologist, all right, of the monetized dating marketplace. New world order. All right, the man that separated himself from the red pill clowns. Yeah, Adam Sama is what it is. Adam Sama, that's what she says. Origato Adam Sama. That's what it is. It's not Adam's son, it's Adam Sama. All right, yes, indeed. You're right, Mr. Asian movie enthusiast. All right, he knows. All right, he definitely knows.
What kind of fuck you give me?
But we got that coming up in here. We're going to have to talk about that coming up here. But we got a great show for you lined up today. We're going to get you through your workday, 3 hours and some change of the best entertainment here on YouTube. And today's main event topic, your future wife is someone else's girl. Okay. Interesting stories of men who took other women from other men, all right, ecclesiastically, in essence, ecclesiastically, like Andrew Wilson himself, all right? Your girl right now of your dreams is someone else's girl. Yes, she is. All right, your future wife is getting throttled by somebody else right now, okay? She's taking loads, all of that right now, all right? Which means, in effect, male competition is always at stake. And we're going to tell you 3 stories. We got 3 or 4 stories and maybe more if time permits of men taking other men's women. All right. Dastardly deeds. All right. A wife swap and even an indecent proposal by a millionaire. All right. We got an indecent proposal directly to another man's wife, his subordinate. All right. A woman that works. I think the man worked for the guy. He's a multimillionaire. He indecently proposed to another man's wife. All right, we got a whole bunch of stuff coming up in here. Goodness gracious. Brothers ain't gonna have the stomach by the end of the day. Do you have the stomach? All right, you ain't gonna have the stomach ecclesiastically. Some of these people are multi-millionaires, celebrities. We have a story about one celebrity that took his best friend's wife, all right, and married her. All right, goodness, right from up under his nose. Yikes. All right. Yes, a lot of you guys ecclesiastically think you're going to get some ecclesiastical virgin, but you're not. Nope. All right. You're going to get some woman right off the assembly line dedicated to you, but you're not. Nope. Woo wee. Catfish Tail says, take my wife, please. I guess that's not such a bad deal. Welcome to the Desert Storm Bunker to contribute to today's show. I think I probably did this already, but we'll do it. To contribute to today's show, $, the Notorious CGA on the Cash App, Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV. PayPal is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. Thanks for the great week. We started off with 2 streams on locals because I was banned. They banned CGA on YouTube. They gave me a week punishment. They put me in jail and locked me up without no bail. Nigga got locked up. But we got free out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming, shooting as I step on the scene. I'm hearing Juco screaming. We was back on Wednesday, and we had a great show on Wednesday, a great show on Thursday, and we're going to have a great show on Friday to try to not get banned, all right? And so appreciate y'all for being here. We also have Denzel Washington appearing on today's show. A lot of what I've noticed, there's a lot of recycled content out here. All right. On the internet, especially with social media, there are stories that you guys probably haven't heard me share with you, and stories that are coming back from 5 and 10 years ago, and they're becoming recycled and then they're presented as new, but they're not new. They become reviral information, and then I have to reshare it. So if you've been following me for a while, you probably have seen these things. If you haven't, which a lot of people haven't, well, you're going to see it for the first time here. Okay. But anyway, let's get to the earlier contributors to today's show. We got Boss Up. We got Fuck You Boss Up. We got Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We got Doom and Gloom CGA. Donald Trump on Doom and Gloom CGA. Yes, the Trumpster is back. All right. Our favorite African-American.
Look at my African-American over here.
Donald Trump got some interesting information for you guys, man.
You know
Boy,
what I'm
he about
talking
to
about?
put people out of business. He about to put y'all out of business. He crushing dreams this morning, Donald Trump. Shout out to our brother Preston Yu says, make 52 things a book for collection purposes. Okay, yes, I might have to do something like that. There is going to be a 52 Things presentation starting next Monday. All right, we're starting on social media a 52 Things course, not a course, but it's just going to be a lot of posts about 52 Things. And we're hoping to go feral and drive people over to our school platform, in which we're going to do free discussions and webinars related to 52 Things. The brand is evolving, the CGA brand, and pretty much we have all brands and bases covered with the greatest show here. Now we just need to execute and market it very well. But yeah, we might have to come up with a manual, a small version of 52 Things. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you. Ian Williams says, salute to Hollywood CGA. New Men don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Okay. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved, man. Hey, man. Shout out to Hollywood CGA. I love this evolution of CGA. Okay. Hollywood CGA separates me from the red pill clowns. Okay. The red pill circus. And we're separating ourselves from the red pill audience of clowns. Niggas stuck in red pill rage. Gotta separate ourselves from these fuck niggas. You know what I mean? Bitch ass niggas. All right. And we gotta take this program and elevate it to heights that even haters don't want to see. All right. We gotta separate ourselves from the hater ass niggas that want to be stuck in red pill rage. We ain't got no time for that shit. If you want to go back and red pill rage 5, 6, 7 years worth of my content, you can go back to the beginning. But this show is not for you. All right. This is Hollywood. This is the evolution. New world order. Not de-evolution. This is the evolution. Everybody done swagger jack my whole fucking shit in style. Fuck y'all niggas. All right. We going forward. Shout out to Alan Hopkins says, today is my 32nd birthday. We got birthdays abound here. We're announcing Mr. Allen's 32nd birthday. So I figured I'd send a little something your way. Thank you for all the wisdom you taught me the past 3 years. Your wisdom and fair, balanced point of view to hold everyone accountable is surely appreciated. You're the uncle a lot of us wish we had, and that is a mega sponsor co-sponsorship. Happy birthday to Alan H. I'm rich, man. All right. 32nd birthday. You're just getting started, man. You're hitting your stride, and I appreciate the sponsor co-sponsorship, and I'm glad I've been here for you. The uncle, the granddad, the dad that y'all never had. Shout out to Tom Likas, giving you this information that's going to save your life. All right. Shout out to y'all, man. And shout out to our brother Singh. He says, Coach, I haven't listened for a few months. Trying to get my money up. He says right here, got a new job, got my eBay going again. He says it's early, but on track to do over $150,000 this year. Coach gang for life. Goodness gracious. All right, man. Look at this guy, man, getting his money up. You're back listening to me. You know, you don't have to listen every day. Some people, I appreciate y'all listening every day, but get your money up, get your priorities up. Shout out to our brothers already hitting us up over here. Okay. And changing their lives one step at a time. You got to do it one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. All right. We got, let's see, I got a couple of brothers here. We got KT the King is in the building. All right. The legendary, the muscular Paul Glover himself. All right. Shout out to KT the King, Mr. White Woman. All right. You know, KT. Where the white women at? He says, good morning, CGA. CGA is every content creator's secret obsession that they will not publicly admit to having. Why is that? Why is that the case? Am I that controversial? It's funny, man. I like, celebrities watch me on the low, and A-list celebrities, minor celebrities, middle-level celebrities, washed-up athletes, current athletes. For some reason, though, they have a hard time saying they watch me. You know what I mean? Coming out publicly and say, listen, they share, they super chat. Shout out to these guys. They super chat in anonymity. We have rappers, we have retired rappers. I see them behind the scenes when they donate and they say no government name. All right, I see their name. I see their government name, and I'll be like, that's so-and-so. But yeah, everybody, Coach Gang. I mean, even the content creators be watching me, watching you, and they act like they don't watch, but then all of a sudden I hear a nigga say, boss up, and I'll be like, wait a minute, hold up, nigga. Like, here's the thing, man. Here's the secret.
What that mean?
Here's the secret.
Wait a minute.
And this is why I don't watch other content creators. And there's one reason why I don't watch other content creators. And it's not that I don't support them. It's not that, when I say I don't watch them, I mean I don't watch them faithfully. I try not to watch them all the time. And some content creators I don't watch at all. Even when they're popular, it's not that I'm hating on them, because what it is I don't want to sound like them inadvertently. So I don't want to listen to them and then pick up their cues and then say them in an example, because I'm an impromptu speaker. And when you speak on camera, sometimes you're just going to sound like someone else if you're watching them all the time. And as a content creator myself, I have to protect myself so I don't sound like someone else. And it happens from time to time. You'll hear me quote and say things from other people, Angry Man and that type of thing. So I don't want to sound like them inadvertently and take something that they said and use it as an example, because a lot of you guys watch many content creators and then you'll immediately recognize it. And you'll be like, oh, somebody just said that, somebody that I follow. So I don't want to watch other people that are male space oriented. Even when I'm on Instagram, all right, and I see somebody or y'all share something with me on Locals and y'all share Charleston White, something like that, I'm like, I don't want to listen to it because I don't want to sound like them inadvertently, which happens to me all the time. People watch me in anonymity and they sound like me inadvertently. Well, or they sound like me on purpose, intentionally, right? And then they just forget. Somebody said, by the way, there's nothing for me to learn much from these people anymore, except for most of the people that I respect. There's not much that I want to learn. And most of these content creators just talking about drama. They just talking about drama now. Niggas, man, I'll tell you, man, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in men going forward. This is why I got to go Hollywood. It's that Myron took my whole swag. I mean, he took everybody's swag. But one thing I will tell you about Myron, the good thing about him is when he steals your shit, he does invite you to the show. All right. So that's one way he can cover for that. So that's why I really don't go in on Myron Swagger Jack and everybody, because he's had everybody on his show. So I kind of give him a pass for that. I give him a pass for that because, like, anybody he steals from, he at least has them on the show and has them face to face. So, right. But I'm disappointed in men because the amount of attention y'all gave to bullshit in the last 2 weeks, I'm done. I'm done with men. I'm done trying to help y'all niggas improve. I'm done trying to be the voice of reason. I'm done trying to bring a balanced conversation. I'm done trying to be the nigga that y'all want me to be, like, a noble man that don't make no money off of this shit. I just lost faith, especially the black people and the male space. I saw Anton and Corey Holcomb for a week and a half, 2 weeks, and y'all still talking about it. I've seen the content creators choose sides, and I'm like, y'all gonna keep talking about this for 2 weeks? It's a sad. All right, you niggas are truly sad, bro. You men are truly sad, pathetic pieces of shit human beings. I mean, I can't even defend you. Hey, ladies, shut down the pussy on all these niggas. Bring all the pussy to me. Bring it to daddy. All right, I'm done with these.
Get him, daddy.
Ladies, shut all the pussy down. All right, ladies, yeah. Ladies, you guys are whores, so you can't do it. But just bring the pussy to me at this point, because these niggas don't deserve no pussy. None of these men. They're horrible leaders. They're horrible men. These niggas getting distracted by bullshit. All right, where we at? Where we at, bro? I mean, the whole manosphere is a joke. The whole male space is a joke at this particular point. None of these niggas are leaders. You got the two biggest platforms getting together, and them niggas want to fight outside. I can't with these. And then y'all want me to collab. Coach, you should collab, bruh. For what? Collab with these monkey bamboo ass niggas? All right, so I can get on there and they can hate? Oh, bruh, I can't, man. Did you think? Anyway, shout out to MF Jones. He says, Future didn't say this, but let's make it known here, at least on today's stream, he did steal your girl. He solved your problem. Plus, welcome back to YouTube. But that's an interesting take, Mr. MF Jones, because you're right. I do have a video of a man saying that here. So we're gonna put these pieces together when we talk about the state of male competition with women. The idea, and this is not debunking that women don't have options, because we talked about that yesterday. But we also know hypergamy, monkey branching, and all of these terms. Sometimes when you get your girl taken, she should have got took. It is what it is. All right. It is what it is. Did you a favor. That's his problem now. And I had to tell a young lady that the other day. All right. I was like, you his problem now. And she was like, what? All right. And I'll tell you the story on Locals. And it's not an example of JUCO going bad, but it's an example of women leveraging themselves. And I'm like, that's the way it goes. Hey, that's part of the game. That's part of the game. But at the end of the day, if a woman decides to exercise her options on me and it's certain and it doesn't work, I'd be like, well, you his problem now. The guy that you went to that can't help you out in this scenario, if he can't solve your problems, do not come back to me. Do not bring that bullshit to me. All right. Unless we have an agreement. Okay. We got to have an agreement on type shit like this. And I didn't agree. Stay over there with him. Y'all figure it out. Look under his motherfucking sofa cushions. Go talk to that nigga. It ain't me. It just ain't me. All right. You're his problem now. He got to pick up that slack. Whatever that is, nigga. Don't bring that shit back to me and talk about what I need to do and I'm obligated, bitch. You got it twisted. All right. Anyway, speaking of getting it twisted, we got Doom and Gloom CGA. So let's kick off the show with some important announcements from Donald Trump. Doom and Gloom CGA brought to you by and the New World Order is busy. All right. We saw a great spike in gold and silver over the past couple of months. All right. And there's supposedly a sell-off at this particular point going on. So I hope y'all was able to make a little bit of money on before the gold and silver price possibly plummets. All right. But we're hearing about possible sell-off. We're seeing crypto get a little bit of a snag in the last couple of 24 hours, but that doesn't mean anything. Buy the dip. Don't worry about it. If you're a smart investor, you know how to play the market. If you're not, you don't know how to play it. Speaking of not knowing how to play it, housing market. You guys know how I feel about mortgages. I think the mortgages are not a great idea. There's other ways that you can buy a home and get invested in real estate without the need for a 30-year fixed mortgage. Speaking of 30-year fix, we announced a couple of months ago that Donald Trump was looking to explore the 50-year mortgage, which I thought was absolutely ridiculous. But if you understand what mortgage means, translated from Latin, it means death contract. All right, that's what it means. We talked about that. Okay, death contract. And 50 years is certainly a death contract. All right, you'll probably die before that contract is even seen to fruition or you pay that off. But with that being said, real estate and housing, a lot of people are waiting for the housing market to crash, and then that you're going to gobble up all of this property with that little bit of money that you have before the wholesalers get to it. And your pipe dream is that the housing market is going to not be able to sell off. All right. And then people are not going to be able to sell their properties, and it's going to crash, and there's going to be another bubble and that type of thing. And I said, not so fast. But I said, if that does happen, the wholesalers are going to beat you to the punch. Not only that, the corporations, BlackRock, is going to beat you to the punch. All right. They're going to beat you to it. That little bit of $85,000 that you had saved up so you can gobble up housing is not going to happen. And how do we know? Because Donald Trump himself has announced something interesting after he announced the 50-year mortgage. This is him last night saying that he wants to keep homeowners wealthy and drive housing prices up. Not make homes cheaper for new buyers. Holy mackerel. There's your president, El Presidente, El Jefe himself, Mr. My favorite African-American, with some bad news for Generation Z losers. Not losers, Gen Z, time's up. All right, you're never owning a house, as CGA said. What did I tell you, niggas? I told you you're going to be priced out of life. You're going to be priced out of life. Have you been tracking what I've been saying? I've been on the right track. You better boss up. The only solution is to boss up. There's no more hope. The hope strategy is dead. Oh, I hope prices come down. I hope the housing market crashes. I hope my ass. And nigga, it's boss up season. Boss up, I told you you're going to be priced out of life. Okay, there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I just know where things are going. I know inflation, hyperinflation. I know people like Donald Trump. I know the powers that be. They're not going to make it easier for you. They're going to make it harder. Boss up, nigga. They're going to make it harder. So now we're gonna have him in the office for a couple of years. Let's read this, and then we're gonna also hear the video of him saying it. It says people that own their homes, well, they're quoting him, so might as well just go straight to the video. Okay, they're quoting him, so why not just go straight to the video? Here we are right here from PBS. Trump says he wants to drive housing prices up. Now, it's not like he can significantly control that himself. I mean, he can't do it himself, but he can put the people in place to do so. President Clinton put people in place to make mortgages, subprime mortgages a thing, and that ruined the housing marketplace well after he left the office. But here's Donald Trump here.
One of the things Scott said, though, is, again,
all right, the volume is horrible over here. All right, the volume is horrible. So let me see if I can find a different source here. Let me see if I can find a different source, because this was a terrible source. I found a better source right here. So let's go to a different source material right here so you guys can hear him say it with his own, from the horse's mouth.
I'm going to ask Scott Turner to speak really quickly about housing, because in my opinion, I have very strong opinions on housing. That's what I did for a long time. I did good with it. But, we got to get interest rates down even lower. They are now pretty low, but we got to get them lower. And I'm a big factor. To me, the biggest factor is interest rates for housing. Only in that, you have a lot of people that have become wealthy in the last year because their house value has gone up. And, when you get the housing, when you make it too easy and too cheap to buy houses, those values come down. I don't want those values to come down. We have millions of people that own houses, and for the first time in their life, they're wealthy because the house is worth $500,000 or $600,000 or more or less, but more money than it's ever been worth before. I don't want to do anything to knock that down. And so I want to be very careful with this. You make housing, I can turn on housing immediately, but you make it too easy and you're going to knock the value down of people that own houses. I want to, for those people,
he's talking about black people. All right. I'm just playing. He's not talking about black people technically, but laws of real estate in the United States pretty much mean that if you let too many people who don't deserve house get a house, the property value goes down. I'm just so you know, technically he's talking about niggas. All right, but that's just a real estate law. That's like the law of physics is technically talking about X, Y, and Z, force and gravity and shit like this. Technically he's saying niggas. All right, you make it too easy for niggas, they're gonna drive the prices down. All right, but it's not him being racist per se. Let me just go back to this real quick. All right, here we go.
millions of people that own houses. We're going to drive those values up, but we're also going to try making it easier for people to buy. The best thing that can happen for both groups of people is lower interest rates, and those interest rates are coming down. And with a proper, intelligent person at the Fed, that person will be able to work with us to get interest rates down. That covers all of the sins. It covers everything. Lower interest rates keeps the values up for the people that have housing and lets other people buy housing. And Scott, if you could just expand quickly on that.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll stop this right here. What's going on in here? And somebody pointed this out. This is the wealthy, the rich becoming richer, the wealthy becoming wealthier, and the poor is becoming poorer, right? This is the wealth gap that I've been talking about for many years, just becoming wider. The gulf is wider. And if you're not in, you're out. Right. So, but the problem is it's harder to get in than ever before. And everybody can recognize that. They will go back and point to when the boomers made a down payment on the house, it was X, Y, and Z, a portion of their salary. Compared to today, it's way more greater portion of your salary. And even to maintain that house with the interest rates, even being at record lows historically, it's not as low as it was 5-10 years ago, but it's still low. It's high. It's still a deterrent for people to enter the marketplace because they want interest prices at damn near 0% like it was several years ago. All right, when Donald Trump was in the office the first time. But it's never going to get that low. I in my opinion, I'm not an economy expert, but I don't think we're never going to see that. I don't think we're ever going to see that in our lifetime. All right, that was a way to borrow free money, and it's never going to go back to where Clinton administration put in, where you're going to get subprime mortgages and you're going to be able to qualify at mortgages as stated income, stated assets. You're not getting that creative lending ever again. So that means, in effect, what people are living today, they want the 20-year housing market. They want the 10-year ago housing market. And if that market doesn't exist, they don't see any point of getting in, or they can't get in. And that's where I say, you're fucked. Right? You're fucked. Like, that's, if you're waiting for that to get back in, or you're waiting for the housing prices to plummet, Those are three strategies that people are using to get into the housing marketplace. You're waiting for housing prices to plummet. You're waiting for interest rates to go completely down, and then you're also waiting for opportunities to get money lended to you with horrible credit. Right? I'm saying if you're waiting for those, you're screwed. I mean, he basically just told you you're screwed. And also getting in where you can't afford it. Subprime mortgages. Okay. He's saying right there, we don't want those people to own homes. And not only that, we want the boomers who are freshly going to be able to die here in the next 20 years. We want to have them maintain their wealth. We don't want them to suffer as well because they've invested in the marketplace. So you're waiting for the boomers to catch their L, and it ain't happening. I mean, he's basically talking about he's going to look to make strategies to prevent that. Now, the only thing saving your grace at this point, that is if you get a Democrat in the office to reverse all of these things in the next presidential election. I mean, then there will put things into place to be able to reverse these effects. The worst thing that you can happen if you're hoping for these effects to be reversed is have another Republican in there. All right. That's the worst for you. But anyway, shout out to our brother Donald Trump for knocking y'all head off right quick. All right. Thinking y'all was going to buy a house. I've been telling y'all for a long time, most of y'all will never buy a house. You're never going to see it. Okay. Yeah. You're never going to see a motherfucking house buy. All right. So get used to renting. That's my opinion. All right. Now, like the only saving grace is if you get Gavin Newsom in there, which you could. He has a great chance of winning. And especially the way the Democrats allegedly cheat. He has a way to get in there. And, the women love him. But you're going to be renting. You're not buying a fucking house. I mean, it's even hard for wealthy people to buy a house, nigga. Right? Anyway. What are we doing here? We got Doom and Gloom CGA. Apparently, the so-called New World Order. New World Not the New World Order. The World Economic Wide Forum was meeting in Davos again. And what does that mean? All right, what does it mean when they meet in Davos?
What that mean?
All right, they're going to get together and share thoughts. They're going to figure out how you're going to own nothing and love it. All right, they're going to put these conditions in. They're going to have all these town hall meetings and going to talk about how you people are peons. New World Order. What does it mean when they get together? Well, I'm going to tell you a secret. It's an openly not a secret here. All right, but what it means is there's going to be a lot of punani for sale.
'Cause I got the pussy for the money. If you got the money for the pussy.
That's what it means. That means escorts are about to get tossed like a salad.
'Cause I got the pussy for the money. If you got the money for the pussy.
And they about to have fly ins and fly outs all over the New World Order. All right. So let me take you to this. New that means order. There's going to be a lot of women.
When I start selling pussy, I don't want to hear it.
All right. So let's take you to this particular thing here on Doom and Gloom CGA. This woman said escort demand up 4,000% at the Davos convention here with the New World Order right here. There's going to be a lot of ATMs in here.
I looked at it as I have an ATM between my legs and I'm just using it. All I got to do is put my card in and that's it. And put the PIN number and boom, money just comes right out.
So let's hear what this woman had to say right here.
Paid adult companionship in a little town called Davos, Switzerland has shot up by 4,000% in the last few weeks. I wonder why. Every year, the World Economic Forum is hosted in Davos, Switzerland, which brings together 3,000 politicians and leaders in big technology and economics. According to reports from a Swiss dating and erotic service website called Tit for Tat, requests for women and companions doing SW shot up from 2 requests a day on average to 79 requests a day on average, starting the first day of the Economic Forum.
Wait. New World. Wait. Did your girl go to Switzerland this weekend or did she just disappear? All right. That sounds like Prime Calico, Apex Predators. Sounds like F1 in Monaco. All right, women, 79 requests in one day. Woo-wee. There's a lot of munyon going around for punyon around here.
Particularly high number of users on this site, the clients were from the US, Ukraine, and Russia. The irony of this is not lost on me. It kind of makes me think about how Grindr crashes at the Republican National Convention, that kind of thing. The men that are likely hiring these women are the same men that sit on panels at these kinds of forums and talk about ethics and protecting women. They're the same people that oppose the decriminalization of SW, but if it were to be legalized, would want a piece of the financial pie
Exactly. That's why it's not legal, because they ain't figured out how to tax it, except for OnlyFans.
for themselves. And then they fly on their private jet to a small, quiet alpine town, book a luxury hotel room, and quietly purchase the labor that they publicly condemn. Demand for
Ecclesiastical niggas. All right. Talking about ecclesiastical. All right. And so these guys talk a good game, ecclesiastical this and morality that. Guess what? When they go to Switzerland, they get up in there and they see all of them white girls with them hair braids. Yoda like hee hoo. Yoda 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 like hee hoo. Yoda 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 like hee hoo. They out there folding up flatbacks and running trains on it. All right. Here we go right here. All right. And can I add, she's saying that it's the New World Order doing it. She's saying it's the politicians. But the problem is what she just left out. She said there were journalists and all kind of people in there. And we know them journalists pay for punani too. Them journalists that be reading the teleprompter and be talking all that morality and all of that Donald Trumpism and all of that stuff. They paying for pussy too. There's all kind of people there. Cameraman, journalists, bulldaggers. Right? Okay. So it wasn't just the politicians in the New World Order, although, you know, when the markup is what it is, and it wasn't what it is. All right. Everybody out there throwing it back because they know we're going to go there and do our report. And then afterwards, after the party, all right, it's an after party and Toes and Hoes is going to be out. That's Doom and Gloom CGA. Has the modern dating landscape confused you? Have many of the standards that you heard, you're kind of tired of hearing about, and you're wondering, what does it all mean? Well, look no further. Join us talking about the monetized dating marketplace right now on Locals, and it is CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can create a free account to join the conversation between the Coach Gang members, but also on Sunday, we do a live stream demonstrating all aspects of the monetized dating marketplace, and coming soon in 2025, you're going to have access to a sample of the monetized dating marketplace course where you can get information related to how to participate in the monetized dating marketplace and or how to understand it, so you're not out here spinning your wheels trying to figure out how you're going to best deal with the monetized dating marketplace. Listen, everything and every aspect of dating is monetized. We just want to relieve the frustration that you might have about it. So the best way to do it is make a free account right there on Locals, CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can get access to those live streams, but create a free account. Just join the conversation. I am the only one covering this conversation from this point of view. And yes, I am ahead of my time. Get ahead of the information before you're priced out. Before you're priced out. Nobody's coming to help you. Shout out to Brandon. I don't know if I acknowledged you yesterday. It seems like you were the last person to super chat on Ko-Fi yesterday, so I want to acknowledge you just in case I didn't. Brandon says, just some appreciation, coach, acknowledging the GOAT. We're going to give you a sponsor co-sponsorship just in case I missed you yesterday. A sponsor co-sponsor for the day. Larry C says, hey, coach, I just wanted to give a special shout out to my youngest son, Max. Today, he won Virtue of the Month. That is School for the Virtue of Justice. Fun fact, he too is a Libra. That makes sense. He says, winning dads create winning kids. Let's keep bossing up, fellas. Hashtag the shield. Shout out to the professor himself, Larry C, and his son, Max, for winning Virtue of the Month. He's a Libra. So that means he brings the most balanced approach to the agenda, to everything. He's the fairest person there. All right. No emotions, just straight facts. And he sounds like he's got a good dad. Congratulations for being a good father. It's showing, representing with your son, stepping up, being a leader out here. Shout out to Max for being a leader. Shout out to Daniel McGee said, what's up for the weekend? Shout out to you, brother, right there. We got the weekend here. What y'all doing this weekend?
What's up, nigga? What's up for the weekend, nigga?
Are y'all doing a second job, a side hustle? Are you at the JUCO? Are you entertaining? Are you flying girls in? Are you relaxing and maxing? All right, what are you doing for the weekend? Shout out to Dr. Love says, for the young men tuning in, when someone tells you to slow down, that you work too hard, that you're too obsessed and extreme, tell that individual to take a hike and increase your hard work and consistency and intensity twofold. Get rid of them. Dump them. Get them out of your life. You're working too hard. You need to slow down and smell the roses. Nope. Not really. All right. That doesn't mean also that you can't enjoy life. But I often find that people who say that are losers. I've had the most loser people tell me that. Like losers. I had a woman that definitely was a single mom back in the days when I used to smash single moms like crazy. I don't smash them too much anymore. All right. They out of my wheelhouse. Every now and then, onesie, twosie. But I had a woman who was a single mom. She literally lived with her parents. Okay. And she was like, sometimes you got to smell the roses. Sometimes you're going to have to work too hard. I'm like, if you don't get your soggy ass out of my bed talking that shit, I had to let her go. I was like, bro, shut the fuck up. You're the worst person to give that type of advice. All right. That's why I call it loser advice. Anytime I've heard that advice, it has almost always come from people who have not done a goddamn thing. All right. Not nothing to show for it. I'm like, how the fuck you a single mother living with your own goddamn parents? And let me just tell you, it was a white woman and she had mulatto kids. What the hell? Yes. Oh my God. No way. Okay.
Hey, where are the white women at?
So, well. Okay. So it was a white woman and she had black nigga kids. So, and she lives with her white parents. Nigga, the definition of failure. Well. Where the white women at? All right. And guess what? She was under my black ass too. I'm like, boy, you are you the definition of loser. You're the worst person to be giving life advice. You literally have fumbled your whole life. I mean, you're a white woman with mulatto kids living with your white parents. I mean, you losing in life. I mean, the only way you're not winning is if you just, thriving as a single mom, as a single white mom with nigga kids. Well. All right. Trying to impress me. All right. Anyway, shout out to Rusted Junk says, good morning, CGA. I was driving for Lyft last night and I had a young couple arguing in the back. She later apologized and tried to get me to side with her. I told her I could care less. I have coolant in my veins and a heart colder than a Russian winter. All right. Leave me out of your bullshit. He says, CGA, you had me laughing on yesterday's stream when you talked about pay-for-play women offering the girlfriend experience. She is not your girl. She's our girl. You were pumping the classic car R12 Freon AC in our hearts to keep us from making a mistake going back to the plantation. As Sandman, the legendary Sandman, used to say, and I don't know, I give him credit, but he was one of the people I heard say it first. He says, all men are just one blowjob away from the plantation. All men are just one blowjob away from the plantation. And this is true. I don't care how many red pill videos you see. I don't care how much red pill knowledge. I don't care how much feminism books you read, anti-feminism books. I don't care. One woman sucks your dick good and swallows your kids. You be like, let's get married. All right, you're gonna cave. Most dudes are gonna cave. Okay, most of you guys have caved, and y'all watch me continuously for the better part of 2 or 3 years. Okay, y'all been watching me for years, and some of y'all get one woman to swallow your kids. That's why you got to have a lot of women swallow your kids. That's because people are gonna say, like, what do I do, coach? Have a lot of women swallow your kids. It's got to be like a part of what you do. You know what I mean? It's got to be like, all right, that's what we do. It's got to be just so you could, that's how you defeat it. Right? That's how you defeat it. All right. You just got to be just like, I'm going to put dick on a lot of women's foreheads. All right. Just so I know. All right. Yeah. Swallowing my kids don't mean nothing. All right. But most of y'all, that's what happens. And then y'all get caught up and then y'all stop watching me. And then you get got and then you come back.
Gotcha, bitch.
With your tail tucked between your legs. With your tail tucked between your legs. All right. So. All right. So watch out for that one. And some women know that's all it takes. Y'all be in a relationship. Y'all be like that goofy nigga I see. I took her out for free. She paid for Mexican food, and I got a relationship. See, you don't have to take women out on expensive dates. I guarantee you she swallowed his kids. You know who I'm talking about. Is he a content creator? I was like, nigga, are you dumb? She swallowed your kids, and you gave her a commitment. That's all that happened. And she was a Latina. You know she swallowed his kids. Latinas love to swallow kids. Where you at? Where's my Latinas at? Okay. All right. So somebody saying the well is an insult to black men. Man, don't be so dumb. Because niggas ain't shit. Come on, stop. You know niggas ain't shit. So why you defending niggas? You know they ain't about shit half the time. Niggas 75% of the time. Niggas need to be insulted. Right? Yeah. Niggas need to be insulted. Like, what the fuck? You know niggas ain't shit. They be talking, ain't shit on the internet all day. Niggas want to defend niggas all of a sudden. You know niggas ain't shit. They're insulting black men. No, they're insulting niggas. All right? Shut up out here defending niggas. Yeah. All right, honorable black men. If you're an honorable black man, why you worrying about it? See, if the shoe fits, if the nigga shoe fits, wear the nigga shoe. Wear your Jordans and your crispy ass motherfucking Air Force Ones. If the nigga shoe fits, wear it. I don't fit that description. So I'm not concerned about it. It don't offend me that they talking about niggas. All right. It offends you that they talking about niggas. All right. So that means you must be a nigga. Like niggas don't know they're niggas. Like niggas don't really accept that they niggas. And I'm like, just accept that you a nigga, you know? Right? If the nigga shoe fit, wear the nigga shoes. I don't wear nigga shoes. I wear nice people shoes. You know what I mean? I wear gentleman shoes. I'm a gentleman. Like last night, I went out with my lean and she was like, you're like James Bond. You know, you're classy. You dress well. You know, I had my shoe shining and she was walking with me. We was walking down the Cosmopolitan aisle. We were walking that aisle and she was like, all the men are just staring at you. And I had my tailored coat and my motherfucking scarf on and shit. And I had my shit all tailored and shit. You know what I mean? I had my little player socks on, my pimp socks. And she was like, the men are just looking at you. And I was like, number one, I got a nice fine piece of Asian calico with me. All right, social proof. Number two, I'm dressed well. Number three, I don't have the lazy nigga uniform on, which are like, you know the lazy nigga uniform, hat, cap. All right, this is a lazy nigga uniform. Okay. And we was at a fine dining restaurant. Niggas in there like this. T-shirt, hat. They're going to have a ball cap. And then they're going to have either those Jordans. What are those half Jordans called? I don't even know what they call because I got a couple pair of these. They're like they look like Jordans, but they're the low cut Jordans. What are they called? You know what I'm talking about? Like niggas in there, not the team Jordans. What are they called? The dunks. Yeah, they niggas at dunks, jeans, t-shirt, hat, nigga uniform. I'm like, nigga, you outside, nigga, you in Las Vegas, bruh. Lazy niggas. Right? You can wear those anywhere, bruh. You can wear that shit anywhere. Nigga, you chose to go out to dinner with that shit on? Come on, niggas. Come on, nigga. See, niggas don't know they niggas. Like, that's not where you're supposed to go, nigga. You're not supposed to wear that outside to a nice restaurant, nigga. You're a lazy nigga. All right, anyway. All right. Niggas be so lazy. And then they wonder why people judge them. Because you a lazy nigga. All right. Lazy nigga shit. All right, but anyway, and then get mad, all right, because niggas. Nigga shit. They get mad when they be like, well. Yeah, niggas don't know they niggas. Hey, man, when you realize you a nigga, let me know, nigga. Lazy niggas, then they mad people judging them, nigga. Put a goddamn collar shirt on for one goddamn minute, please. Look like you got some respect for yourself. All right, Jesus. You supposed to, and then you want me to defend your nigga ass. Fuck you, nigga, you lazy nigga. Put some good goddamn clothes on. Go shopping, nigga. Take that fucking ball cap off your head. Fucking have some goddamn respect. Well. Niggas don't know they niggas. They don't. Are you a nigga? Do you suffer from niggerism?
The real problem is niggerism. That's the real problem.
Well, that's the old society, coach. You're trying to assimilate and fit in with white people. No, I'm trying to fit in with gentlemen, men of leisure, not niggas. People who got some respect for themselves. All right, come on, bro. Respect your goddamn self, lazy ass nigga. All right, you done all that shit. I done valet parked and got my slippery shoes on and my silk shirt. And you coming out here with jeans on and shit. Coming in here with dunks. Hat on backwards. What the fuck wrong with these niggas? All right, anyway. And I only did that for that nigga to trigger him. Trying to get in here and try to help me defend niggas. All right, anyway. Get some, yeah, I'll take now later Gators, man. At least look like something. Make an attempt, nigga. All right, anyway, let me see here. Oh my goodness. Shout out to no government name. Can you explain why predator pickup artists always promote cold approach for young men to learn how to talk to women instead of working a sales job to interact with people in general while making money? Interesting concept. Okay. This is how you learn how to talk to women. No, it's not. Having small introductory small talk with the same conversation getting rejected 90% of the time is not how you learn to talk to women. Okay, I'm gonna just let you know right now. Young men, this is a lazy attempt. If you want to learn how to talk to people, take a sales course. Because you're going to learn the psychology of sales. You're going to learn the psychology of how people think. You're going to learn how to say key words to be able to get them to want to be interested in you or whatever you're selling. You're going to learn that they may not be interested in the item itself, but you. Or you might learn vice versa. They don't care about you. They're interested in what you have to offer. So you're going to learn that. You're going to learn sales psychology. The best people that do well here in our business and any business in general know how to talk to people and understand them. Not talk about, hi, how you doing? And can I get your number? And let me get your Instagram and learn this and where you from and all. That's not how you learn how to talk to people. Just getting rejected. All right. So anything. Last one says, do you think most men would still want a girlfriend or a wife if all the women required a maid and a nanny for them to be in a long-term relationship? I think most guys want a woman for free labor and free punani. All right. If they want a girlfriend or a wife, if they required a maid or a nanny, we're seeing that. I think I saw a post by a woman that said the old, I have a boyfriend, I have a husband doesn't work. All right. So when women want to reject you and you cold approach them and she says, I have a boyfriend, that's an objection that men have been trained to overcome. Okay. And so they're saying that objection doesn't work anymore. They're saying that when they ask for money, that objection works. It's immediate. When a woman says, you're going to buy me something, you're going to spoil me, it's going to cost you $500. I sell pussy at the motel. When the woman asks for something in exchange, the interaction almost immediately cuts off, which that's what you're saying. So when women are saying, yes, you be a provider male, I'll be a stay-at-home mom, but you're going to have to give me a maid and a nanny, the conversation is over. Men immediately walk. It's over. All right. Which I've been saying, monetized dating marketplace. Most of these guys are low lifes. They don't want to contribute anything back, not only to women, but into life in general. Okay. Right. So we're noticing that when women are taking these approaches, men immediately cut it off. I showed you a guy who was a Riz guy. He walked up to I would call her a torta, but she was a curvy Latina somewhere in the Galleria, somewhere in Torrance. He walked up to her. He ran game. He was showing his motion and charisma. And she was like, I'll buy that for $1. I'll buy that for $1. So she let him talk. And she was like, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that's great. But I just want to let you know that I'm an escort. I sell pussy.
When I start selling pussy, I don't want to hear it.
Now, soon as he heard that, he was like, oh, no, that's okay. Thank you, ma'am. Exactly. Exactly. Now, a lot of you goofy niggas going to be like, yeah, he should have. But I say, that's ironic. Because isn't the goal to get laid? The goal was to get laid. Or was it to get laid for doing nothing other than opening your mouth? See, that's what we have to understand about these low life niggas. Not only do they want to do that with women, they want to do that with life. They don't want to pay anything for anything. They don't want to pay shit for nothing. They don't want to put anything back in your community. They want to put anything back in their women. They want to use people and discard them. Soon as it started costing you money, and that was a $50 lay. That was a $50 lay. Wasn't the goal to get laid? All right. She gave you an opportunity. She was like, cool, I'm at the motel across the street. Okay. And he was like, nah. Hold up. Didn't you just want to hit? Didn't you have $50 in your pocket? All right. You could have accomplished it, but you just realized you just wanted it for free. So I don't encourage men to go about life that way, because if I teach that, that's going to mess up your money. That's going to mess up your money. The money karma is a thing that we teach over here. Treat money the way you want money to treat you. Men who use cold approach to get free labor from women and free punani, those men ruin economies. They ruin their own money inadvertently by using that strategy. You're going to find that your inability to make money is hampered because your mindset is to get everything for free or discount. Okay. Not just women, but everything. Not just women, but everything. It's not going to be a good long-term strategy. And no, it's not going to teach you how to talk to women. This is a low life approach. You're going to find this out. Okay. I'm just telling you from experience. You're going to find this out. Most of these guys that I know that have done that, they still try to do it in their 30s and 40s. And most of these niggas be broke. They be still broke, doing broke nigga shit, drinking Henny and stealing toilet paper from hotels. Talking about they go to Taco Bell to steal the taco sauce in their 30s and 40s. They steal napkins from restaurants. Okay. In their 30s and 40s. They go to Asian restaurants and ask for extra soy sauce. They get mad when Raising Cane's charges them 25 cents for extra sauce. You see what I mean? They're always scamming. They're always looking for a way to get over. And I'm like, you too grown to be doing this. And you will find that they're still using these strategies to get women. Stealing soap from hotels. That's why soaps don't have bar of soap no more. Because they just give you the motherfucking, they just attach the soap and the shower gel to the shower. Because y'all niggas be stealing the shit. All right. So do the use, by the way. But you will find that these men who use these strategies don't just use these strategies with women. They use them in almost all areas of their lives. You don't want to be with these low lives. You don't want to be with these low lives. These are low life men. And I don't like low life men, and I don't like niggas. All right. So. All right. I don't like it. I don't like when you start doing that. That just means you're a low life. It's okay. That just means you're broke. You know what I mean? It is. Just be a broke nigga. But I'm not going to do your broke nigga shit.
Now that I'm broke.
Stealing towels from hotels and bathrobes. You niggas is just pathetic trash to me. Pathetic trash. That's broke nigga shit. You're going to find that eventually it's going to affect all areas of your life. Not just with women. All areas. Welcome to the show. How about we going in with the hatchet today? We going in with the hatchet. These niggas wear slippers and pajamas to the airport. Same niggas. Same people. Same dudes. We got Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Let's go and get it shouted here. Let's get the jokes going.
Hey, ride with me if you ride with me. You can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky. Come get high with me. That's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. All right, what do we got up for bid on Straggle and Sniggle Theater? Let's see what we got here. Okay. We have Pookie. All right, Pookie on Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Let's see what we got here. Okay, this is when Pookie says he doesn't pay. But let me just show you an example. Shout out to all my men that are struggling. All right, you know, the brothers of the struggle. But we got Pookie here, says he never pays for punani. And here he is right here in a ramshackled apartment. You know, that's somewhat of a middle class apartment, but you still on the low end of the middle class right here. Lower middle class, you know, apartment where your door is on the outside. All right, yeah. If your door faces outside, when you walk outside your door, apartment door, and the outside is right there, you struggling, nigga. Like, you need to step your game up. All right, anyway. Straggle Sniggle Theater. Yeah, when you walk outside and your neighbor's door is facing you, You need to boss up. Or you need to boss up. All right, but anyway, Straggle Sniggle Theater. This guy says he doesn't pay, but he's got struggle love going on here. So let's go ahead and play the video here. We got I don't pay for Punani guy.
Come on, yeah, you got that right. See, he can fuck away from me because this is a bitch. I'm not hearing you. You're talking so much shit. That's a fucking problem. You're talking shit the whole time. I'm telling you a lot. You don't want me to though. Give my shit, bitch. Get this shit one more motherfucking time. Close the door one more time.
Oh. No.
Come on, fly in, bitch. Fly. Hey, son. I'm putting strong to you. Pull me over there. Pull me over there. Pull me over there. This man, motherfucker, just stop this bullshit. Get us stop. 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 Stop.
Oh, the humanity.
Come on, Dominique. Come on.
Oh, no.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh, no. No.
Oh, the humanity.
God damn, man. This is great. Oh. Brothers. I guarantee you he's going to call that free. That was free Punani right there. Brothers. This is why I say all men pay, because this type of energy and attention and time invested for one piece of Punani adds up terribly. At some particular point, you're going to end up like this.
Look what she did to my car.
We showed you this the other day.
My car. I can't stand it, though. I can't stand it, bitch.
Oh, no. Listen, I've dated women like this, and I'll be like, it ain't worth it. The vagina's not worth it. I'll be like, it ain't worth it. Whatever she got between her legs, I don't want it. I want none of it. This is jail, domestic violence. This woman don't have no problem calling the police on you at some point to lock you up. Somebody's going to get stabbed. Okay. Maybe shot. Okay. There's other Pookie niggas attached to this. There's probably some venereal diseases. This is where I decline free Punani. This is not worth it. It's not worth it. Never mind. Go home. All right. I don't want nothing to do with it. There's actually another case of another guy in a situation like this. I don't know who it is, but somebody sent me a video related to this. And it's a guy that is trying to defend himself. Let me see if I can pull this up. What had happened was he had a girl in his house. I'm going to show you a little bit of the video here on Straggle and Sniggle Theater to go ahead and drive the teaching point home. All right. Because he had a girl in his house right here. You can see at the top of the video. Okay. I won't play the volume. The volume's not important. It's him just defending himself. But as you can see, he don't have a shirt on and he's trying to get her up out the house. Now, she claimed that he assaulted her and did all this stuff and he's holding her down. Guys, I've had even JUCOs in this situation. Look, you got to get rid of him. The vagina is not worth it. I don't care how good it is. I don't care how wet it is and all that. There's a cost to everything, and there's a mental labor that you're bringing in. There's an emotional energy labor that you're bringing in, and it's not worth it. So even that Pookie guy that was dealing with that strag ended up knowing that he's got a toxic woman. Guys, if you're dating a Latina, Latina women that are like this, I know it's passionate and it's good, but women that are like this to me aren't worth it, because what'll happen is they'll tear your shit up. They'll tear all of your stuff up. And I think that guy that was talking about that one woman that he was like, I was just trying to get her out of the house. And he said she threatened to tear up all his shit. And he said, I worked hard for this stuff. Now, again, like I said, is it worth it? Okay. Nope. It ain't worth it. So watch out for that type of activity, because you will end up behind bars. You will end up catching a case. You will end up with some bullshit going on, and it won't be worth it. Okay. All right. Straggle Sniggle Theater. This guy has said something that somebody said earlier. Okay. All right. And he says right here, if your girl responds, she's already gone. Gone. All right. This is part of the show, the main event, but let's go ahead and play the video.
Yeah. If you can get a response out of my bitch, that is your bitch. You won. You don't even know that you already won. You won, fool. I won't go back and forth with a nigga that said they had a conversation with my bitch. You got her, gang. You got her, Tiger. And for anybody that's finna hop in these comments and say that I'm lying and I'm wrong, let me go ahead and give you this example. Women.
Why does he do
bitches? Niggas. Anybody that said, oh no, hold on, what? No, don't try to walk away. Stay right here.
I don't know why he's doing that to the video, but I'm not doing it. He's putting his face at the bottom of the video. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but let's just stop it right there because we get the point. He's right. All right, he's right. And a lot of us are wrong. We've been wrong in our lives. We try to control cheating. We try to control if our girl was on the phone, if she was talking to other guys. At the end of the day, you have to realize that you can't control that. You don't own it. She can do with it whatever she wants. And then what'll happen is when we find out she's doing it, we get offended and we get hurt. But he's saying, if you can get a response from my girl, that's your girl. It ain't mine. She's not mine. You won, champ. You won, player. You won, Mr. Steal My Girl. And do me a favor. Take her off my hands. She's all yours. All right. Now, from here on out, all of her problems are yours too. All of her problems are yours too, because she got problems you don't know about. And when she starts trying to call me back to fix her problems, I'm going to remind her, you chose him. Player, you wanted her. Do not come back to me. And so that's where guys get it twisted. They want to fight this and they want to fight for the girl. They want to see if she responded to other niggas. Well, go ahead and let her go to those guys. Let her go. She yours, champ.
Your girl get 12 DMs. Right? Right. Y'all in a relationship together. 12 niggas just DM'd her. She's not responding to 12 niggas. She got a man. She's gonna respond to about 2 to 3 of them niggas. I got a boyfriend. And look at your dumb ass giving her cookies. You giving her brown and points talking about my bitch so loyal. She telling niggas she got a boyfriend. No, nigga. She telling them niggas to wait. She told them 3 out of the 12 niggas to wait.
Yeah.
You think that she inboxed that dirty ass nigga back with them big ass jeans? No, stupid nigga. She ain't inboxed them back. She didn't explain herself to them niggas. She left them. She left them now on deliver. She seen it and didn't even respond. That nigga with that Hellcat and that big ass chain got a response to I got a boyfriend because she telling that nigga to wait. And look at your dumb ass. Just all proud of your bitch.
Let me tell you, man. Hey, look. If she saves the message, that's a response. Okay, I'm gonna just let you know. If she saves the message, she's intending to respond. And I have an example of that I'm going to show you on Locals. I have a prime example of that I'm going to show you on Locals, where if she doesn't delete the message, that's a response in the affirmative, meaning that she intends to respond to that, or she considers that an option. She considers that an option because she knows there's interest there. So that's an example of, guys, that's the other guy's girl. He won. He might have done less for you. He might have done less for her because that's what guys do. Well, I did more, so I should be able to do, and he didn't have to do. Gentlemen, in order to mature to a point where you have true peace in this world, you can't think about those things too much. Although they will cause pain, they're not there. It's a blessing. It's a lesson. Let the pain lead you forward. Let that be a lesson to you. It's going to happen. It happens to even the best of us. We're going to even show you men who are millionaires and billionaires get it done to them too. Successful men, celebrities, athletes, they get it done to them too. There's nothing different about you in that arena. That's what it is. That's how they survive. That's how they get through life. It is what it is. You can ask Giz. As a matter of fact, a woman will be in a situation where she's reaching out to a new guy. And I've been in this situation where I was the other guy. She reaching out to make sure that branch is healthy enough to grab onto. And I know she has another guy. She tells you. And she's seeing if you are a safe branch to hold on to before she destroys that guy. I've seen it happen. It's happened to me. I've been on all sides of this situation. I even had a woman that had a fiance move out of this nigga house and move into my house as a roommate. But it was planned through another guy who was a friend of mine. He introduced me to this woman, but they planned it months before the actual move-in. And then she was like, yeah, I'm engaged to him, but I think I'm going to leave him. Months before she actually executed it. When she executed it, she did it on the day she was moving. And I was like, damn. But I knew about it months ahead of time. And by that day, he was so stunned, He was helping move her shit into my place. But it was already premeditated months before. So that's a reality check for a lot of guys that they don't realize is happening. So if a woman is responding to another guy or hasn't deleted the message or responds and says, yeah, I got a boyfriend, these are all positive responses. That's not your girl, right? That's not your girl. Let that be a lesson. And we have one more on Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have a woman who says, a lady. All right, we're going to call her a lady. You are my lady. We have a lady that says this about men. All right, let's see if you agree or not. Take a look at this woman here. All right, she pretty decent looking, light-skinned, red bone, if you will. I don't know. I can't tell her. Racially ambiguous. All right, big forehead. All right, they always got the big forehead back there. All right, shout out that big. Look at all that forehead. Oh, my goodness, Hodge twins. All right, let's see what this woman has to say about how men are supposed to be in 2026.
I cannot be with a man that sleeps in all the time. A man should be up by 7 a.m. and 7 a.m. is being nice. You are not Sleeping Beauty. Get the fuck up. You don't got work to attend. You don't got a workout to get in. There's nothing around the house that needs to be done. Your car doesn't need to be washed. The grass doesn't need to be cut. Nothing. You just sleeping the day away. You just chilling. Ugh. I'm all the way turned the fuck off. Be a man. Get the fuck up. Like, early bird gets the worm. Baby, you are starving. You got nothing. No motherfucking worms for you because you sleep all day. You sleep all fucking day. Men don't even require that much sleep. And do I think men should take a rest day? Absolutely. A man that works hard all fucking week deserves a rest day. You need to recharge. Sleep in. Do whatever the fuck you gotta do. But that's just your everyday life? You're just chilling. Oh, I wake up whenever, I do whatever. Huh?
All right, here's the thing, man. Look, this is the right message, wrong messenger, though. Right message, wrong messenger. And this is why. This woman I would consider pretty other than her annoying ass voice. I mean, she's not ugly. Okay, she's not ugly. However, her understanding of men tells me who she deals with, unfortunately. And she deals with lowlifes, little puppet, niggas. All right, and it's a problem with that because they're attracted to niggas. You know what I mean? They are attracted to niggas that wear dunks and their hat backwards at a certain point of their life, and then they might mature out of it because they're used to dealing with niggas like that, right? So they dealt with a lot of these guys, and that's the case. So she's demonstrating what her experience is, and she's saying, I mess around with a lot of niggas that just smoke weed and play video games and do. It's fun for a little bit, but she matured out of it. And now she wants to try to educate those guys to become better. The problem is most of them guys losers anyway. They're not going to become better as much. So the message is right. The messenger is wrong though. All right. It's a horrible example of that. She's the wrong one to be trying to give that advice because she cannot set an example herself. She's describing herself. And I'm going to show and demonstrate that later. Sometimes they're describing their own activities, and she's saying that itself. She's like, you're a man. You're a man, so you can't do what women do. You can't be lazy like me. You can't just live through vagina. All right, but she's right, but she's wrong. All right, at the same time. Wrong messenger, right message. Really, you need to hear it from a winner. Better boss up, nigga. Not a loser. All right, anyway, that's Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater out. Welcome back to the Desert Storm Bunker. How many people have offended already? We're an hour in, and I've offended even some staunch supporters of my show. Right, the freeloaders. There was a guy in here, pro-black. My message doesn't mix with the pro-black message. All right, because pro-blacks are liberals. All right, pro-blacks are liberals. And they don't realize it. You can't be a conservative pro-black. So I don't like liberal agenda. I don't like Marxists. I'm a capitalist. I don't like people complaining about the situation they're in and hoping that people just assume that it's going to get corrected. Like, we're going to fix racism. No, you're not. All right. We're going to fix the patriarchy. No, we're not. All right. As long as I got a swinging dick, I'm going to be in charge. All right. But, we're gonna pay back Whitey. We're gonna get him back. No, you're not. All right, white people aren't important anymore. Right? They used to be. They're not important, especially worldwide. There's not that many white people. So those people that come with a pro-black agenda, I'm anti-pro-black. I don't agree with most pro-blacks agenda. And most of the time they're linked up with weak people. Pro-blacks got to link up with the weakest minded people, and like pro-blacks got to link up with liberal white women. These are horrible people to be with. These people are not going to solve any issues. All right. If you're looking to link up with liberal white people and Duke shooters, this is not it. All right. This is not it. This is not what you're going to do. And that's who you have to link up to get your sorrow. So, and niggas to feel sorry for you, white people to feel sorry for you. All right. You know, we disenfranchise you ass niggas. And then what happens is they use you to get what they want, political power, sway, you know, get white women to get more money. All right. I just don't like pro-black. I don't like the agenda that they have. I get it, what you're trying to do, but it's a weak agenda. It's a weak agenda. You hook up and have to get your agendas pushed by weak people who use you worse than even conservatives used to. So I don't even do. I can't do it. And I used to be pro-black, by the way, just so you guys know. I used to be one of them niggas that walked around to try to trigger you and wear a t-shirt with a black fist. You know how women do. They get dressed and they get dressed for attention. And then when they get the attention, they say they're not looking for the attention. Pro-blacks do that. They wear Colin Kaepernick jerseys. They'll go out and wear a Colin Kaepernick jersey on purpose and walk around hoping some white person gets offended. And when they get offended, what you trigger, whitey? You know, like that's a lazy attempt. It's a lazy attempt. It's a powerless attempt to try to get attention. Right? It's goofy. Walk around with your Malcolm X hat on, waiting for the white people to say something. All right. This shit is goofy, nigga. Why you wearing you walk around with an O.J. Simpson throwback jersey? Walk around in the wall full of white people waiting for them to say something to you so you can go off on them. All right. This is all loser activity. It's misdirected energy. It doesn't improve the conversation. It actually harms you a little bit more. It makes you look like an idiot because they think you're an idiot at the end of the day. It doesn't make you more valuable. It doesn't give you any money. It doesn't solve the problem. It doesn't solve the problem. Stop. I mean, but, you know, I'm trying to help you because I was very pro-black myself when I was a young black teenager. All right. So I thought the system was against us and they just wanted to lock us up until I found out they wanted to lock them niggas up, not me. Like, it wasn't me they was trying to lock up. All right. It was trying to lock them niggas up. But anyway. All right. So anyway. When you figure out, again, you got to realize where you're the loser. I am the actual loser. I'm not solving the problem. I'm not making it better for me. I'm just trying to help. Trying to help out one person. Like, not everybody has to agree, but I actually have to help one person see the light. Oh, yeah, single mother raised behavior. All right, shout out to Big Kev says, tomorrow is my birthday, coach. Age 39. Shout out to our birthdays. A lot of people born in January. That means there was a lot of people fucking in October. Is that line up? Your parents was getting busy in October. I think that lines up. I might be. No, I got that wrong. April? Spring break? Anyway, happy birthday to Big Kev tomorrow. I'm doing well and continuing to elevate. I saw something so cringe on IG yesterday. I damn near threw up. A single speed dating page for people 50 and up, full of old players and washed up hoochies. He says, I ain't going out like that, coach. Never. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. See, math with CGA. All right. But shout out to you. In my opinion, I think I saw that clip and I commented. When I saw a 50-year-old speed dating event, you know, and it was black people. I think I saw it was black people. And niggas is wearing they, you know, fedoras and their big nigga hats. I love their style too, man. Niggas coming in with they big oversized button up, untucked, baggy slacks. I loved it. They was coming in with they Gators and they Stacey Adams. Smelling good than a motherfucker. You know it was smelling good as fucking there. Them niggas piled on cologne, some good fresh cologne too. I bet you that room smelled like Hennessy, hookah, cigarette smoke, cools, menthols, and cologne. I'm talking about Fahrenheit, Joop, Yope is what they call it. Brew. I'm talking about Old Spice, weed, That room smelled good, like tobacco and cologne. All right, crazy musk smell. I mean, yep, cool water, all of that shit. Jakar, that room smelled good. Then I seen all them old hoochies up in there, 50-year-old hoochies with these old niggas that got child support, back child support. Okay, they ain't seen their kids in 13 to 15 years. With hoes that got still kids from 3 other daddies. I mean, I'm looking at a room full of pathetic people trying to date and speed date when all they're going to do is fuck and pass on STIs. That's about it. That's all that's about to happen. And most of these women, let me see if I can pull it up here. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Last thing I'm going to go to is a speed date. Bruh, hell to the Mickey Ficky Naw. And this is what the women appeared to have looked like that was at the speed dating event. Let's go ahead and pull this up right here. Yeah, niggas wearing picky red. This is probably what the women looked and dressed like at this event. I was more paying attention to the men, but I know the women came in like this. I want to make this picture bigger. I'm going to make this picture bigger. You know this is what the women look like, bruh. Oh, hell no, man. What kind of wig is that, bruh? And not the hair laying over one eye. Not the hair hanging over one eyeball, all right? Like that's still going to be popping. No. No. Please, no. Okay, I can't do it, man. I can't take shit like that seriously at all. Let me see if I can get a larger picture. Okay, yeah, we got a larger picture of it too. Talking about I still got it. All you gonna get is this deals, Nick. That's what you about to get. That's it. And soon as I finish nutting, I'm hitting the dough. So this is what I look at. 50 years old is way too late. Somebody said 40 years old. I think 40, in my opinion, this is life advice with CGA. Once you hit 40, I would just more or less just forget relationships. Just forget it. Like you, this is ridiculous. Nigga, you already at your middle stages of life. Most of y'all are almost going to be dead. Most of y'all ain't going to get 20 years after that. Y'all ain't even going to get 20 years. And most of the people are financially in a better situation. You know what I mean? You don't have all the struggles that you have of a 20 and 30. Once you hit about 40, and fuck it, bro. Just fuck around. If you're a man, just go around the world and fuck young women. Why get married again? Nigga? And like people ask me all the time, don't you want to get married again? For what? I'm not having kids with nobody intentionally. Certainly not with no old skeezer, a woman in her 40s. All right. And if a woman in her 40s and up wants to be with me, 35 and up, she just gonna have to know I'm a Rolling Stone. Like, no, man, I'm not monogamous. So I'm fucking a lot of women. I'm gonna keep fucking. You can be with me if you want. All right. You can come check in. But what's the fuck, bro? What's the point? I'm not gonna have any more kids. If I do, they're gonna be overseas in several other countries. And I'm gonna just go see them. Bitch, you want to come see my kids in another country I had with that 22-year-old Filipina? Come see them. All right. That's what her mindset's gonna have to be. I'm not settling down, nigga. I'm not doing your settling down monogamy. For what? For statistically, why? All right, what's the point? I don't get it. I don't get people who are trying to get into relationships and marry at 40 and 50. Like, to me, it reeks of codependency. It reeks of I just need somebody to. It reeks of leftovers. It's just a trash approach. You're not accomplishing goddamn anything. You're not moving the statistics. You're not improving the community. You're not bringing in kids, bringing forth kids. You're not being fruitful and multiplying. What the fuck is the point? Right? Anyway, what is the point? I don't get it. At 50, man, just throw in the goddamn towel. Throw the towel in. You're 50. You're 50. Have an orgy. Like, go to one of those old shelter homes where they have swap partners. I mean, come on. Right. Anyway. And then let me add just insult to injury. You're 50 as a man and you date somebody who's damn near 40 and 50 as a woman. Why? Anybody can tell me a good reason why. Do y'all want to come up right now? Do we need to plug it? Why? Somebody tell me why. So you cannot die and be lonely at the hospital? Why? You're going to be lonely at the hospital anyway, nigga. The hospital is not a good place to be. All right, I'd rather be alone. I don't want to see people watching me waste away when I'm dead. I kind of want to go out with a bang. You know what I mean? I don't want to go out all slow and shit and people standing over me, looking at me, smelling like shit, watching me piss and shit in the pan. Like, I don't want people wiping my ass. I don't want nobody, men are lonely in the hospital when they're dying. Nigga, you supposed to be lonely up in that motherfucker. I don't want to see me weathering away, losing weight and shit, them feeding me tapioca pudding. Nigga, I just want to be like, I'm here, I'm not here. All right. Die between a young woman's piece of pussy. That's all. I'm getting my last stroke in. He came and he went. Bye-bye. All right. Trying to just waste away and shit. All right. Can somebody feed me and scoop my, somebody clean my leg? He said, feet all ashy and shit. They got to change my drawers and my ass hanging out the back of the robe for weeks and weeks on end. I find that not too good. I don't want to. So the point is, I don't want to get married for that reason. I want to have somebody around watching me waste away in the bed. All right. Anyway, wowzers. All the codependent people are just sad at me, but I'm not a codependent person. And why would I waste my life trading a relationship for the moment so this old skeezer that I saved at some particular point gonna be around to watch me waste away in a fucking hospital bed? Men are lonely when they dying in the hospital bed. Oh, well, that's only for like a few weeks. You're gonna be dead anyway, though. All right, like, you're dying anyway, nigga. Like, you're gonna be dead. You're gonna be in hospice in a couple of weeks, nigga. You're gonna be dead. You're not gonna remember it. I gotta marry an old skeezer who probably ain't gonna be there anyway, waiting for my life insurance to kick in so that the last few weeks of my life can be pleasant while people are standing over me. You're such a wonderful man, Father. All right, Father, I wish you the best on your journey on to the promised land. All right, anyway. But most of your life, and I say this as a man that is 50, I look at, like, I start watching people die. Like, I'm in the season of death, right? Meaning, like, not my own death, but, we are in our seasons. You're in our seasons of childhood. Then you're in your seasons of fun and as a teenager and a young adult. Then you're in your season of marriage and childbirth. Then you're in your season of prosperity and growth and maturity. Then you're in your season of dying, meaning that a lot of people around you start dying. Like your parents, your grandparents, and people that you thought were forever a part of your life. They start to leave you right around your 40s and 50s and 60s, right? These people start to leave you. And that's your season. Now, what I pay attention to is how old these motherfuckers were when they dipped. Now, that's a wake-up call. That is the wake-up call for you to realize, go get your life lived the way you want to live it. Because these niggas start dipping at 61, 68, 70, 72, 75. And that's when I go, oh, shit. Because I'm 50. I'm like, I only got 20 years? Oh, fuck. I'm fucking everybody. Everybody getting fucked. I'm fucking everything moving. All right. No, I ain't getting serious about nothing. Goddamn, I'm about to go over there. Let me go over to the Philippines and get me a teenage 18. Let's go. We fucking. I ain't got no goddamn. We're doing it. I'm living my life, nigga. I'm going to travel. No regrets, nigga. No regrets. I'm going to live this motherfucker out. And if I make it so that my death becomes earlier, well, I was only going to live 20 more years anyway. All right. I only had 20 years. I shortened it up to 15, but I had fun in those 15. I'm going to have fun in that motherfucker, not sitting around listening to no old woman tell me what to do. I'm gonna live this shit out. I got 22 years left. Oh, fuck that. All right, because I'm 50. You talking about 72? 20? All right, no, I didn't think I had 20 left. I thought I had 40. Okay. Nope. I only got 20? All right, nah, fuck it. We doing what the fuck I want to do. I'm gonna live the life how I want it. Shit, 22 years? Oh, hell no, nigga. Not me. I thought I had 40. I thought I had some time. I ain't got time. Niggas die. What's that one dude that died recently? He was 68 or something. I was like, what? 68? It was an actor. It was a black actor. It was like, oh, he's dead. I was like, how old was he? 68? I was like, oh, nigga, what? Okay, hold up. You done 18 years? I'm about to do me. Anyway, so you never know, man. Miles C says, Coach, men are completely pathetic today. No man that is experienced and accomplished more wants to hear any young man's opinion on anything important. The first 20 or 30 years of your life is grunt work. He says, it's sad even some older men fall into this category from arrested development. Okay, yeah. All right, your 20s and 30s, you're supposed to struggle as a man. You literally are supposed to struggle. Okay. You're not, most men struggle at those ages. Yeah, was it Clay Davis? I believe it might have been him. Let me see how old he was. But it's a struggle years. It's grunt work. You don't get the first 20 or 30 years like a woman. Okay, some dudes literally miss that part of the grunt work, but I find those dudes end up grunting after that. It was TK Carter. That's who it was. Shout out to Gaudio. It was TK Carter that died. And I've seen that guy for a long time as an actor, 68. That was recent. That was January 9th. So exactly who it was. All right. Sorry, I'm jumping around, but I'll get a message. It was this guy. And I've seen him on TV for many years as a kid. And then it was like, oh, TK Carter died. I was like, how old is he? That was like 68. I was like, oh, shit. Hold up. 68? I was like, That means that's 18 years. No, man, bro. I'm doing me, man. A lot of dudes will be like, the people will talk you out of doing you, and you shouldn't do this, and you should wait for I'm ready to do it with you. Now, just do you, man. Just do you, because you don't know when your time's up. All right, live the life you want to live. Shout out to you. But what I was saying is, a lot of guys that are successful when they're 18, 19, 20, we're talking about athletes, celebrities, people who you look up to, admire, who sometimes you maybe wish to be, or you would trade lives with them. Take a look at their lives once they hit 40 and 45 and 50. Okay. Sometimes it's very tragic how their lives turned out. Sometimes it even gets to the point where you thought they were winning and they were losing. Okay. An example of that is musicians. All right. You will hear these musicians were teenage stars and shit like this. Then you find out they was getting molested by old predators, male and female, but mostly male. Then you find out they got robbed for all their money. They got divorced, child support cases, thrown in jail, drug habits, and all of that stuff. When I heard MC8, the rapper MC8, got robbed for his money for all them albums he put out that I was listening to as a youngster, and he got robbed by the dude that was his executive producer. He was part of the Compton Most Wanted. When I found that out, he said he made $18,000 or some shit like that over his major albums. He ended up having some solo albums after that. He had to change his name up because the dude that owned the name, he was making money off of his. Man, I heard that shit, bro. I was like, man, ring the bell, bro. Ring the bell. Oh, dude, that stuff you don't think about it here. You think these people got it made and they're going to be rich and millionaires, but they getting robbed and blind by produce. New Edition is another example of that. New Edition. You're like, what? After all that time? After all that time, y'all up in there, Mr. Telephone Man. Y'all up there, if it isn't love, dancing and singing and shit and going on goddamn tour, ending up with $13 dropped off at the tour bus. Oh, hell no. I'm like, man, that can't be real, bro. Because you're not making that back. You're not making that back. And I look at it and say, these men, they missed the grunt work. But what happens is now they got to make up for lost time in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Yep, they're going to be in tour in Vegas. They out here got a tour in Vegas. They're going to be performing, I think, this weekend here in Las Vegas. If you have a chance, go see New Edition. I think they're performing this weekend with Boys to Men, ABC, BBD. So I look at it as you think people got it made. All these men have it made in their 20s and 30s, bro. They end up paying it back. You're gonna have that period of paying back. You're gonna pay the piper. You're gonna pay the piper. Ice Cube roll all that motherfucking music, and he got robbed at the end of the day. It's just like, God dang. Wake up and smell the coffee. Live the life that you want to live, please, gentlemen. Okay. Please, gentlemen. Shout out to our brother, no government name, King Milk Dud, Supreme Coach Alini. What's the pivot after Hollywood CGA? Is it New World Order CGA? Is it Elite CGA? He says right here, you'll be doing shows for women getting the bag that the Mitches should have been giving you the past 8 years. Hashtag the shield. I would say I would pivot to doing content for women. I just got to stack my chips. You know what I mean? It's because I'm going to be like, hi, ladies. You want to learn about these bitch ass niggas? I'll co-sign it. All right. This is what I learned after 5-10 years preaching the men about how to improve their lives. You know what I learned, ladies? Niggas ain't shit. Okay. These niggas don't want to improve a goddamn thing. All right. Close your legs. But they ain't going to listen either. But at least they going to pay me. All right. Simeon Green says, Coach, I nearly lost my mind with you on and off YouTube. Shout out to you, Bang. I'm back. All right, I'm back. Cesar Ramirez is in the building over on the Cash App. Shout out to you, man. We gonna be back. We gonna be back. Yeah, Tupac. All these people be dying broke. I'm like, man, come on, bro. You can't tell me you was all on stage doing this and talking about how you had money. Tupac out here fighting for his masters at the end of the day. All right, and then got shot. Skitty pop for fighting a nigga. For fighting a nigga.
Skitty keep pop.
Once again.
And a pop boom.
You out here all this and you famous worldwide. You fucking everybody you want to fuck. At the end of the day, you look at your bank account. It's empty. You don't own shit. Your masters is owned by somebody else. You fight for your masters. You fight one nigga in a hotel lobby and you dead. Like, think about this, bro. Like, think about this.
Skitty keep pop. And a pop boom.
Like, come on, bro. This cannot be the story. This cannot be the story. This cannot end this way. I don't understand. That's an example of a guy who made it out of the 20s grunt work. He made it out and still ended up dead and worse at the end of the day.
Pop. Skitty keep pop. And a pop boom.
The biggest fight is to just preserve your money, stay on the low. I know I'm a little bit worldwide famous, but I'm not the name. You know what I mean? I'm not the person that people think of first when they think of things. I am, but I'm not. I made great contributions, but just one day at a time. Don't go for the big home run. At some particular point, you can go for the big home run. Just stack every day, show up consistently, do a little bit of the work. Just do that, stack. You know, I buy a little motorcycle. I do things to entertain myself. I stay low. Nobody thinks of me first. Nobody taking shots at me. Like the way you saw them take shots at Kevin Samuels, the way they're taking shots at Anton. Once you reach that level of success, then you're a big target. Okay. And then people looking to bring you down. And all of a sudden you're fighting a nigga backstage. And one of y'all, all y'all have to do, and I can't not stand the fact that old men are talking about other old men fighting like it's a junior high school playground, like it's the I'll meet you after school. These are two grown ass older men who are making tens of thousands of dollars a month on the internet. Y'all are talking about these men fighting in the backyard or fighting on a podcast and who's gonna run a fade and who's this and who will win in a fight. I swear to God, I tell you, when it comes to men and particularly black men, I cannot co-sign the shit in the direction that I see. That's why I have to separate myself from this group of people in this space, that space, because it is turned into high school. I'm going to tell you something. Both of these old niggas don't have the stamina to endure 30 seconds of fighting. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because I work out hard, right? And I don't have 30 seconds of stamina. That's why I'm going to just go to my firearm, all right? I'm going to just shoot somebody. That's number one. Number two, who cares if they win a fight? Because let's just say somebody won the fight. I guarantee you somebody's going to hit their head, rupture an Achilles. Somebody going to be in a coma from hitting the ground, the concrete, from fighting. Like, this is dumb as fuck. Both of these men are over 45. Corey Holcomb damn near 60. And y'all are talking about fighting and who will win a fight and who ducked the fight and who ducked the fade. This is dumb. And I have to separate myself from this low-class group of people who you guys feed off this drama and don't want to learn anything and boss up. You got two men that have bossed up, and y'all guys are entertained by them two niggas fighting. And they should have been on pay-per-view fighting. But y'all got all of that free shit for free. That's why I tell you niggas are dumb. Because I would have been in the ring pay-per-view fighting this shit. All right. Hey, man, the next main event, brother. All right, I'll see you in Atlantic City, brother, and we'll put these niggas in the ring. Somebody gonna catch a fade, and at least we gonna have some headgear and a mouthpiece, and the nigga gonna leave with $20 million. All right, but that's what y'all should have did. But y'all niggas, y'all monkeys got entertained for free off of them two dumbass niggas who didn't even make no money off of it. I just don't understand. I can't respect any of them niggas. All right, how the hell y'all didn't make $10 million off of this? Because I guarantee you the content creators made $10 million as total, talking about them two dumb niggas that didn't get in the ring. All right. It's saddening. It's madness. And I got to separate myself. I did one video and that's it, bro. I ain't talking about that nigga shit no more. This is dumb. All right. Who cares who started it? I don't care who started it or ended it. I don't give a fuck. That's why I'm saying I got to separate myself from this shit. He started it. Is this high school? Is this high school? Stop. This is absolutely saddening to see where men have gone and what you guys have been distracted and what you guys will talk about and argue. And y'all niggas still smoking Philly blunts somewhere wearing Timberland boots near Flatbush, Brooklyn. I got to separate myself. I'm on an island of my own. I'm not associated with any of these people. I don't want to collab. Neither do I want their numbers. I don't care, man. I want them to be successful. I don't care about their numbers and all that shit. It means nothing. We're going to have the coach gang, the shield, the money mindset, and all of that. We're going to keep doing it day by day, brick by brick. Brick by brick. But we're not going to do it on the backs of trying to build our drama around nigga shit. I can't. I can't at all. If that's what y'all want, miss me with that shit. All right. What do we got here? Offset says, girl, CGA, my girl's been in bed 3 days, depressed over work. Meanwhile, I'm working, running the house, taking care of our 3-year-old solo while she cries and complains. They never warned you about this part. Men keep moving forward. Never let a woman lead. Stay single, fellas. Boss up. That's a co-sponsorship. That's the truth. This is why I will never let a woman lead me, because I've seen all women hit that spot. All right. I've been depressed, but I still had to go ahead and overcome. I've seen almost every woman in my life go through this stage that I've had any level of commitment with, where they get into a sunken place and they can't dig themselves out. I find this to be something that I cannot be empathetic about or sympathetic about. I'm like, bitch, go get up. I don't care. All right. But you can't talk them out of it. And they're going to probably make a rash decision that's going to cost you. So I don't like that part, especially of adult women that play that. I'm not empathetic or sympathetic about depression. I don't know, man. That's just me. Like, I don't give a fuck. Right? I'm depressed. I could care a motherfucking less. As long as you don't have a firearm or access to a knife that can harm me, get your depressed ass away from me. All right. And that's just me. I'm not saying I don't value mental health. I don't give a fuck about depression and when people are depressed. Nigga, you know why? Because I got shit going on in my life too that I got to just be like, all right. Well, I can't let that stop me. So I don't have any empathy or sympathy towards people with these issues. All right. And I'm pretty sure I have had these issues myself. And I had to just be like, all right, nigga, but I still got to eat. Rent got to get paid. My kids got to eat. You know, I got pussy to get. Like, at some particular point, I had to even move forward from it. And maybe I'll unpack that shit when I'm in my hospital bed, dying, wasting away, you know, and with nobody to visit me. Maybe I'll unpack that shit then. But for now, nigga, I got pussy to fuck and food to eat and entertainment to go see and bitches to travel to. I got shit to do, bruh. Shit got to get done. I don't got time to sit around and sulk. Right? And people that want to sit around and sulk on my dime and time, I don't feel sorry for either. I'll be like, get the fuck out of my house with that sulking shit. Now, the problem Offset has is that it's his wife. That's his problem. He can't get rid of it. He can't get rid of his wife. So he got to go through the bullshit with her. All right. That's why, again, I don't like relationships because women are always going to hit this depression. I had a woman get depressed on me and she was like, I feel like, and I don't know if she couldn't explain the shit and she left the house. I was like, then she tried to call me back. Get the fuck out, bro. Get the fuck out. You ain't my girl. If you got depressed, well, that's your fucking problem. All right. It ain't mine. All right. Anyway, shout out to people with depression. But again, when people bring that up to me, I don't even give a fuck. I'm like, nigga, I don't care about your depression. I could give a fuck less. As long as it don't harm me, I don't care. Nigga, deal with that shit how you deal with it. And let me tell you, never try to fix a depressed person because you can't. Therapists can't fix a depressed person. All the therapists can do is motherfucking meet with this person a couple days a week and listen to them motherfuckers. They can't even fix depression. As a matter of fact, there's no cure to depression. There's no cure to depression. Have people had depression and gone to therapy and felt better about themselves in their situation now that they got that shit off their chest? Yes, but there's technically no cure for depression. So what the fuck do I look like trying to help a depressed person? Okay. So wasting my fucking time. Why don't you go somewhere else and work on that shit? Just stay the fuck out of my way. All right. That's why I look at it. All right. I'm not saying it don't exist. What I'm saying is don't bother me with that shit. I've yet to see a depressed person come out on top. It ain't my problem. They can go work on that shit. And last one, Offset says the judge dismissed Brenda Tracy's civil lawsuit against the former Michigan State football coach. His case against Michigan State has not been dropped. Text messages between Tracy and her friends reportedly show she was focused on getting his money. Real sneaky behavior, but it still cost the Michigan State coach's job. However, if that's the case got dismissed. Maybe the Michigan State football coach gets his $90 million in the end. All right, so shout out to that. He did a dumb thing, but we all do it. All right, Joe Biden style. Let me use one of my dumb thing here. Okay, and miss me with that bullshit. You should care. I don't give a fuck. All right, but shout out to him. Hopefully, he gets his $90 million.
Big dummy.
I hope he gets his money because he did a dumb thing. We all do dumb things, especially in the name of love and sex. He fumbled the bag. I put him in as one of the 12 simps of Cheesemas. But at the end of the day, yeah, man, she set him up and everybody knew it. Everybody knew it. Sad, man, but it takes a while. That's the thing about men and justice when women do you bad. It's going to take too long for even people to even care about the realities of the story or even care about what happens to you when the case does get dismissed and work in your favor. Sad, bro. Somebody said the snow bunnies are bad. Actually, that was a mulatto. All right. She was a half black woman, like half black, half something from Portland, Oregon, home of the other white meat. Tom like his style. So it was a mulatto. Yeah. Strange story. I covered it years ago, but shout out to you for revealing that. I'm going to proceed forward with the show here. The next part of the show is fuck you, boss up. Okay. And we got some boss up mentality stuff. First of all, content creators. I've been trying to encourage people to become content creators, but if you don't want one, don't become one. All right. So I'm not selling you anything, but people who want to be a content creator, join the money mindset. We have 50 to 60 plus streams of me giving advice about how to be a live streamer and a content creator. You can click the link that is in the description box below. Although my description box links are not active because I was banned and I have to be re-verified. You can click the link in the live chat to get the money mindset. Take a look at the TikTok influencer. I cannot pronounce his name, but you guys know him by his face. He's pretty much a silent content creator that makes facial expressions. All right. It looks like he's got a $975 million deal. I've been telling you about this, brothers. what you think content creation is a free source of entertainment and all of that, you're wrong. All right, you're wrong. It is the new Hollywood. It is what people watch, and these people who have been putting in their time for free or for a fee, they're getting their comeuppance. Not everybody will get their comeuppance, but some people will. At some particular point, I'll get my Spotify deal. I'm gonna get something, and you know, I got a lot, but there's even more to be had here. Why? He's including the rights to his AI avatar. Okay, so he's got this deal coming in. He gonna make, damn, look at, I mean, the rumor is it's damn near, I mean, I don't know if this number is real, but good for him. He's a guy that basically makes a facial expression with his face. He has a wide mouth, big lips, and he makes, you know, this funny facial expression. All right, I don't know if he had to sell out to the New World Order at that particular point, but interesting situation there that you were able to go from just making videos all of a sudden to be able to make that money. But when you make that money, just know that there's strings attached. There's strings attached to all money. Okay. Even NBA contracts, when you start seeing these NBA ignorant niggas start talking about liberal politics and shit, that's why they getting $50 million. Okay. They don't get $50 million to dribble a basketball up and down the goddamn court. They get $50 million so they can make the right political speeches and shit like this. So there's always money attached. Ladies, there's money attached. I mean, there's always something attached to money. Ladies, when you get with a man, he's not just going to give you money. There's going to be something attached. Control. You got to have sex with him on command. There's always going to be something attached to it. And when I hear dumb people talk about how people should just give away their money, that's dumb. Okay. That's not going to happen. And for people who want to earn a lot of money, I want to earn a lot of money. There's going to be a strings attached to that money. If I get a Spotify deal, all of a sudden, you're going to see the biggest Uncle Tom show. You're going to see a bigger Uncle Tom showing up than you see right here in your face. You see Anton, that nigga went up over there on Fox News and put his sweater vest on and his polo shirt. They could put his golf hat on. They got the Ben. He got the Bob Hope golf hat on. There's money attached to everything. Okay, I'm sorry, I keep saying that wrong. There's something attached to money, so that's gonna be the deal. All right, they don't pay basketball players $85 million a year to dribble balls. Somebody gonna have to have their agenda spoken for. All right, and that is in the contract. It's kissing the nanny goat. New world order. With that being said, let's go to the next one. Fuck you, boss up. Listen to Johnny Depp. This is a message for everybody here. This message came back out in 2024. This is the first I'm hearing about it. You know, Johnny Depp, it's hard to understand him sometimes because he kind of has an accent, plus, you know, maybe some substance abuse and alcohol. I don't know what it is, but you guys know what he went through with that crazy white woman trying to frame him to be an abusive. But she was an abuser and dookie on his pillows. But listen to what he's saying. Why hate, man? He's talking about haters and people who hate. And all of us have this in us. Like, we all have that energy when we see somebody doing something, we want to hate on him. And you might call it sneak dissing or we hate. But listen to what he says about people who hate. And AKA haters. Here we go.
Why hate, man? You know, it's an expensive emotion. Hating requires a lot of caring. I'd rather not. Why hate, man? You know, it's an expensive emotion.
I love this. Why hate, man? It's an expensive emotion.
Better boss up, nigga.
Hating is an expensive emotion. This is when I try to instruct y'all that nothing's free. Okay. And a lot of people who are professional haters don't realize that they're paying a great expense to hate. Number one, you're paying the person interest. Whatever that hate is directed towards that person, you're paying that person attention. Pay attention. There's a cost. Not only that, there's time consuming. Your blood is boiling. All right. And you're never improving your situation. You're not learning from the person, or you didn't want the person to become a winner. That person far exceeded your expectations, and now you wish you were him. So the best part is indifference, not caring. I don't care. But when you show you care, as he's saying, he said, I can fucking care less. When you show you care, that's an expensive emotion, and it never improves you. And I even have to fight this myself. You know, sometimes I'll be like, oh, you know, this person, and okay, let me just either ignore it or let me just go ahead and hit the like button. It doesn't bother me. Okay. It's just a like, let me move on. But when you carry this expensive emotion, when you hate your ex-wife, when you know, these things, when you hate your ex, you hate your boyfriend, you hate somebody that you had a bad experience with and you wish harm on them. It's just too much. You're putting too much care and emotion that is way more expensive. And that energy could be put in something more positive, like bossing up.
Boss up,
and you could probably win, as opposed to losing in the end. So that's why they say hatering is a loser sport. It's not a winner sport.
Hating requires a lot of caring.
Hating requires a lot of caring. So when people say, well, I hate this, and you showing hate in the comments, that means you care. That means you care about me. You care about the person. You care about what they're doing. You care way too much. You care way too much. It's bothering you that you have to go ahead and put that hate in there. It requires a lot of caring.
I'd rather not.
I'd rather not care. Shout out to you, man. I love that. Johnny Depp telling y'all to
boss up, nigga.
You got to learn at some particular point. Okay. We got another one here. We have a woman that says here on Fuck You Boss Up, why successful men treat commitment like a negotiation. Okay, take a listen to this. This does kind of go down the line to some of the things that I preach of why broke niggas treat relationships and commitment one way, love, free. Why men who are successful treat relationships like it's a commitment. I'm sorry, a negotiation. This is why I call it leverage and options. Negotiate up front, pay the front end, negotiate what you want up front, get that off the rip, and then now you don't have to guess on the back end. Now you don't have false expectations on the back end. Now you don't have to wonder why women do this and men do that. So listen to this one, why successful men treat commitment like a negotiation. Okay, let's hear what she's saying here.
The men that actually have the resources are operating in a completely different market than they used to be. They were told to provide, otherwise they were worthless. So they did the work, they got the money, they got the degrees, they bought the house, they did it all right. And then one day they looked around and realized the women that they were making all this money for don't actually need anyone to provide for them. So here's what they started doing. They started treating partnerships like portfolio diversifications because that's all they know. Why commit to one when the market says you can have many options?
Why commit to one when you can have many options? So the men that end up winning at the end, or successful men, as Kevin Samuel said, he can exercise his options. Why commit to one when I'm at the top 10, 20%? It's a negotiation. I can lease you. I can rent you short term, long term. We can agree. I can buy it outright. I can buy it for the night. I can buy you as a person. Okay. And then I can negotiate. Okay. I'll buy you as a person, but Papa was a Rolling Stone. All right. I'm going to have many holes on the side. You agree with that? And if she says, I agree, sign your name on the dotted line. The lights went out and Nikki started to grind. You can negotiate that as opposed to being a loser or a broke guy playboying. Playboying requires a lot of useless energy that you could have put forth in bossing up. So being a player, a playboy, running around on these hoes, juggling hoes, having a rotation, that requires way too much energy loss. Instead, you could have negotiated that up front. It's not just buying the pussy. You're negotiating what you're getting, and you're paying up front what the cost is, and then you're getting agreement. What I found is that when you treat women like that, they'll invite other women in. They'll invite the situation you've been looking for. They'll be like, I'll bring my friend in. All right, just fly her in and do this and then put her up, and then we can do whatever we want. They'll invite you into it. Right? They'll invite other women into it. They'll invite it. They'll be like, okay, well, I see the situation. You got the leverage and options. Let's negotiate that. They'll be like, here, I got a friend that needs a little bit of buying fit. They'll invite the situation into where you don't have to juggle holes and waste attention. Yep, they bring their cousin. They start bringing girls in. Oh, she need a buying fix. It's her birthday too. When we go over here, there's a girl that I know in town that we can bring in. And dudes will be like, I'm telling you, man, like that's where the negotiation comes in. But guys find it hard because unfortunately there's an upfront investment. But that's where I tell you it doesn't matter. There's going to be investment made anyway. There's going to be a price paid anyway. I'm not telling you to pay up front. But I'm telling you, this is how this is how successful men do it. We're going to see this later, by the way, in the main event. Okay.
And here's the really uncomfortable part that you don't want to hear. It's working for them. The apps, oh, they love it. They reward it. And the culture right now, it permits it. There is no social penalty for situationships or having a big roster. And let's be really clear. These men are not confused and they are not stuck and they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. A lot of guys, you don't know what you're doing and you have to do it this way. You got to go fly over here. I know what I'm doing. Okay, trust me. This works out for me. It's a system. It might seem like it's expensive, but it ain't. All right, I'm saving significant costs on the back end. I don't need help. I don't need to learn how to get girls to do it at will for me. I don't need her to spend her little money on me. She'll spend money on you if she really likes you. I don't need to spend her goofy ass money on me. When you get to a different echelon financially, you realize women don't have enough money to spend on you. They don't. You be like, what the fuck? That little money you talking about, nigga? How much you talking about? $500? You got to do fuck ugly bitches for tax season. You got to get her to co-sign on your goddamn Dodge Challenger. All right, I don't got to get a girl. Even older women that'll be like, I got my own money and I'll treat you. I'll be like, I don't need that shit. I don't need your goofy ass little money. I don't need to move into your house. They will show me their house. Look at my house. Like, you could be here and we could make something out of this. I don't need to be in your fucking house. I got my own house. Go find a nigga that wants to live in your house. But I'm not the one here. It's nice. Yeah, this is a nice setup. All right, but this is not sway my opinion. All right, but a lot of guys are not in this situation because they haven't bossed up.
They're just adapting to the market that is rewarding them.
Ooh.
And the women, they're left holding the bag and wondering why they did all this work and why the men that are supposed to choose them aren't choosing them. It's because the game changed and we told men that their value is only in their wallet. They believed us, they built that wallet, and now they're using it exactly how the market wants them to use.
She cooking with hot fish. She cooking. She is cooking. This is where people don't realize. I've been telling you this market is shifted. What did I call it? The monetized dating marketplace. I call it luxury dating strategy. The market is shifted. What people don't realize is they've been priced out or the market shifted on them and they haven't adapted. And I'm like, I don't know what y'all are looking at. The women are making it pretty clear what they're looking for. Even when they say they want that and they get it, they end up realizing, as she said, oh, she don't have the leverage. Oh, I don't have the leverage I thought. He still was out here. I had a woman reach out to me. She was in her early 30s and she was like, oh, I thought men in their 40s were wanting to settle down. And then she was like, oh, then I went up, maybe the guys in their 50s. And she found out the guys in their 50s have leverage. They're not settling down either because they've adapted to the marketplace. They're like, okay, women want dates and money. Here. Here. Now you be like, oh, you messing up the game. Not for him. He capitalized on that game. What did it cost him? $450? Some of y'all done spent that on a date and then got a pat on the head. I seen niggas take girls on trips and not fuck them. Content creators in the male space took girls on trips and didn't get no sex. Like, that's crazy to me. So the guys that figured it out and adapted, they was like, what? Easy. Fly her in coach to Costa Rica. Send her back. One. Next girl up. 450. I got a bunch of 450s. I'm good. But dudes will act like they're losing. Oh, the woman got over on you. Nope. This woman even saying it. What are the women finding out? These guys got a lot of $450. That's what the women are finding out. They asked for it. They got it. And what are the women doing now? Oh, this ain't fair because these men are using their money to control us and manipulate us. And we're losing in the end. I'm telling you, she got it figured out. A lot of guys, y'all struggling with this. Y'all trying to fight it. And what you're trying to do is remove you're trying to shame the men and the women that figured out how this marketplace adapted. It's too late. It's too late. Not only that, the women asked for it. So they're getting what they want.
Use it. So you want a solution? I'm going to give you one. You have to stop rewarding this behavior as a woman. Ooh. That's all I got to say. Full stop. No situationships Why are you on the roster?
Uh-oh.
That would require the same things our mothers couldn't do. We didn't want to walk away from security. And that security you'll stay with even when it's not serving you. And this cycle will continue until someone has the courage to change it.
Oh, she trying to warn the women. It's too. What did I tell you, brother? It's too late. It's too late. One thing I'm going to tell you about what I know about how women work, and I understand women, whatever they ask for, if they get it, they're going to find a way to look at it as a loss. They're always going to get the situation where they drew the short end of the stick. If you don't understand that about feminism, if you don't understand about what women ask for a relationship, all right, they ask for you to do something, you do it, and then they figure out how it was a lot. It's too late. We can't go back. This is the same thing I tried to warn you about, especially as a man, when you guys do things like, we need to cut cable and we need to do this and we need to do this to the banks. What do I tell you? They're going to find a different solution. It's going to cost you more. And eventually what you're going to conclude is we need to go back to what we were doing. We messed up. Let's go back. And it's too late. Y'all cut the cable and now y'all got 11 goddamn streaming services. Some of you guys are too young to realize this, but there was a big movement in the middle of the 2010s of people cutting the cable and I could just stream it off the internet and blah, blah, blah. Well, you give people time, they're going to adapt. And so that was like, okay, y'all want to stream? Okay, we got streaming service now. And now you paying way more than in all these streaming services than you would have paid for cable. And then you'll say, well, I just won't pay. Okay, you don't get no entertainment then. It's that simple. The not paying is not a strategy. It doesn't hurt. Okay, it doesn't hurt, nigga. You just left out. Eventually, your motherfucking itch is gonna get itched and you're gonna pay for the service. Okay, so they're gonna put something on and you're gonna be like, damn, I need to go get the Apple TV, and you're gonna have to go get it at some particular point. Okay, they're gonna move the playoff game to Peacock. NFL gonna move the playoff game to Peacock, and the Ravens gonna be playing the Peacock playoff game. What the fuck are you gonna do? You like the Ravens? You're gonna pay for the service at some particular point. They're not dumb. So I see what men and women do in terms of strategies, what winners do, what losers do. Okay. What happens is I see how you're trying to defeat it. Oh, we're not gonna spend money. We're not gonna spend money on Christmas. That's not gonna work out for you. You're not gonna beat them that way. That's not how you beat them. Now, paying for it is not how you beat them, but certainly saying we're not gonna do it and save the money and hoard it is not going to work. But I see people try to survive using loser strategy. And I just simply go, you're going to end up getting priced out. Okay. Right. You're going to end up having to pay on the back end somewhere. You're not going to just defeat them by using these loser strategies. Same as the women. The women said we want dudes that are providers and pay with their wallet and leave with their wallet and trick on us and spoil us. What did they find? They found men that had enough money to do it, move right up to the top of the totem pole, and end up having 50 women a year that they can do this for and replace that woman. That woman thought she was, I'm going to just trick this old man. And then he goes, here, $500. You like that? Knock yourself out. Go shop till you drop. Okay. Shop to your motherfucking drop. I move right to the front of the line and get right there. Prime. She done showered and shaved her punani. She come in quiet, bowing. She come in there like, hi. Come in there. Send her home. Nigga, you in your bed. What are the women doing? They're complaining about it now. It's crazy, man. But hey, it is what it is. I told you this day was coming. And the men are complaining about it too, because they're like, oh, these men messing up the marketplace. Again, like I said, you don't have to agree with how I do it or what I'm saying is going to go. What you have to agree is that it's going there. That's the only thing I'm going to tell you. You can't disagree with the fact that I called it. You can't disagree with the fact that it's happening. You can disagree that it's happening. You can disagree with the strategy around it. But you can't disagree that you are not dealing with this on a daily basis. Bitches begging you. So it is what it is. And that's the market correction. There will be a future market correction related to this as well. And we'll get to that shit whenever we get to it. But This is how it's being done. And look at this woman. You thought she was actually celebrating this, but the women asked for this sort of independence and this ability to not be shamed for it. Now she's telling the women, hey, we losing this battle. This actually worked against us. We actually asked for this. We got what we wanted and we don't like it. So now she's telling them, oh man, we need to clamp up. We need to not let these dudes entertain us for $250 and $500. We need to not let these dudes pay for dates and give up vagina. We need to not, because these bitches still, no, man, let me tell you, man, these women still go back home broke. They don't come back it's not a dub. They don't get the relationship they want. They have to hop from dick to dick to dick to dick. Rich guy to rich guy to rich guy. $500 to $500. And they still be sleeping on the futon mattress. They still be living with roommates. They still behind on their rent. They still ain't rich. And you're going, damn. At the end of the day, they still in the same position that they were in, maybe worse. 50 bodies later. And you're like, it ain't my problem. It ain't my problem. Y'all offered that up. Anyway, it's fuck you, boss up. Let me go to the next segment because
better boss up, nigga.
Man almighty, I called it, and look at what's happening now. Them bitches is reneging. They're not even reneging. Go figure. We're gonna see what the next episode is. All right, anyway. It's unbelievable. Still sleeping on the futon at the end of the day. I'm like, damn, y'all did all of that. Y'all jumped on all that dick, still on the futon. All right, what are we doing here? Did I say renege? There, YouTube, I said renege. AI's tripping. I said renege. You know what renege is. Crime and Law CGA. Let's do a little bit of crime. Crime and Law CGA. Middle school counselor fatally shoots himself. Why? We're going to Louisiana. Middle school counselor fatally shoots himself after allegedly flirting with a minor. Uh-oh. All right. Let's see right here. A Louisiana middle school counselor died by self-deletion on Wednesday after he was accused of inappropriately messaging a minor. His name is Quentin Dixon, a counselor at Westdale Middle Magnet School in Baton Rouge, died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And his body was found on the campus of the now shuttered Glen Oaks Middle School. I know Glen Oaks. I actually had a basketball player that went to Glen Oaks. Shout out to Felicia. All right. Felicia went to Glen Oaks, I think, high school. Felicia in Baton Rouge. This was about 20 years ago. All right. Felicia hooked me up with a fine ass woman that ran track at Southern University. All right. I'm telling too much information. And there's the mugshot. There's the niggy. Old predator ass niggy. Earlier this month, Dixon was accused of sending flirty Instagram messages to a 14-year-old beginning in early November 2025 through early January. An arrest warrant was issued on 4 counts of indecent behavior with the juvenile. TMZ obtained the warrant, which says Dixon continued messaging the teen even after confirming she was in high school. Dixon also made remarks about her sexual orientation and complimented her by saying she was cutting up to be so pretty. I'm not sure what that means in Baton Rouge. With a fire emoji, according to the warrant. A rep for the East Baton Rouge Parish school system released a statement telling us Dixon was placed on leave due to the allegations. The rep also sent condolences to the entire school community and offered counseling and support for traumatized student and employees. Give Mr. Dixon the Undertaker bell. A well-deserved Undertaker bell at that, nigga. You flirting with a 14-year-old on Instagram, meet the Undertaker, all right? And you did yourself a favor. You did the whole entire community a favor for that, all right? Middle school at that. Okay, he was a counselor in middle school. It looks like the woman that he was talking to on Instagram was in high school. She acknowledged that she was in high school. Yeah, bro, don't talk to high school girls. I don't care if the age of consent is under that in your state, okay? Because people are like, well, the age of consent is the junior year in high school in my state. Just if they're in high school, leave it alone. All right, for a variety of reasons other than being a pedophile. Like, she 14 and you telling her she cutting up to be cute. Now, women do this as well to young men and say, you're going to be a heartbreaker when you're older. They should go to Yale too. Not Yale, jail. Flirting with that man. All right, we got more Undertaker activity on Crime and Law CGA. We're going to Orange County, California. All right, we're going down to my stomping grounds around here. Orange County, California. This woman still doing the news in Orange County? Golly. All right, this woman been doing the news since the O.J. Simpson trial. All right, it says Orange County woman accused of beheading boyfriend. Let's hear this.
An update on a grisly Orange County murder that happened last summer. The district attorney's office says 23-year-old Alyssa Lira decapitated her boyfriend, then fled to Mexico. Fox 11's Nick Garcia live in Anaheim with what we know about her arrest. Nick.
Right, Christine. Well, authorities say while this might sound like a cartel-style execution, it was not. Instead, it was a case of domestic violence. After months on the run, Alyssa Lira is behind bars here in Orange County, accused of murder.
All right, I gotta see a picture of Miss Alyssa. All right, let me scoot ahead. All right, that ain't her. All right, let me see. There she is. Oh, yep. Goddamn crazy eye Latina. Mexican. The Mexicans, man. All right. When I first moved to California, this is during where Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, was going around killing people. And I remember I told my grandfather, who was a racist, or he was a devout racist. All right. He was like an old Archie Bunker ass nigga. All right. He reminded me of Sherman Hemsley. All right. But I told him that, my friends, because we lived in Hawthorne at the time, South Bay, when it was diverse, they had white people before the white people all left. And Mexicans, we were all living together, black people. And I told my grandfather at the time that I had some Mexican friends, and one of my Mexican friends' last name was Fernandez. And he was like, bruh, don't be hanging out with them Fernandezes and Hernandezes and shit. Goddamn Ramirez's. Them motherfuckers will kill you. All right. Yep. And so in this case, she got them Richard Ramirez Night Stalker eyes. He should have known. Yep, them Gonzalez's and Garcias. Anybody with old English letters spelled on the t-shirt on the back of a car window, watch out. All right. Old English letters, Hernandez on the back of their GMC Yukon, tread lightly. Tread lightly. All right. You don't know how many family members they got on the run. Okay. Be careful. All right. Anybody that has old English anything on and they're Latino, Mexican, nigga, just stay far away. Far away, nigga. Like, treat them at a distance. All right. Be at a distance. What's up? Órale, vato. ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué lo que? All right, just stay the fuck over there. Perez. All right, all of that shit. Right. All right, anyway, let me stop. All right, the Mexicans are going to get mad at me. He said Raiders fans, for sure. Anybody wearing a Dallas Cowboy jersey or a Raiders jersey, the last name Hernandez, only talk to them at the game. All right. In the parking lot do not have a conversation with these niggas. All right. They will murder your ass in the parking lot. Dodgers game. If he has a Dodger baseball jersey, Dodgers, stay away from that motherfucker. All right. Especially with the Dodger jersey with Fernandez on the back. All right. No, Fernando Valenzuela too. Vasquez, you niggas too. All right. Let me stop. All right. Let me stop. You too.
Of murder.
We'll go to the literal ends of the earth to pursue justice for our victims.
A wanted murder suspect found and arrested in Mexico and brought back to the U.S. to face justice. The details are shocking. The Orange County District Attorney's Office says 23-year-old Alyssa Lira used a knife to behead her 55-year-old boyfriend, Enrique Ricky Gonzalez, in August.
All right, Enrique Ricky Gonzalez. All right, man, boy, this is she beheaded the nigga at 23. This is definitely some sugar daddy shit going on. So, hey, everybody at the JUCO,
Get him, daddy.
55. He got a 23-year-old girlfriend, and she chopped his head off, beheaded him. Holy mackerel! What in the Tacula, Mexico is this? All right, this is definitely. They thought the Cartelo did it, and it was a whole JUCO. All right, I'm striking off. I have a no strag policy, and I definitely have a no Mexican chick. God damn. She lethal. Okay.
The motive still unclear.
His headless body was found inside of her home, along with his head.
This is the home on La Palma Avenue, much quieter today than when investigators say it happened 5 months ago. Anaheim police homicide detectives say Lira went to Mexico immediately after decapitating Gonzalez. The couple had only known each other for 2 months.
Hey man, listen, man. Hey, listen. The JUCO is not a safe place to be. I didn't say it was safe and all. You do have to vet. I told you the JUCO is not for the weak. Okay, you guys think the JUCO is a way for you to just go over there with your $300 and then laugh at these women? 2 months and she chopping the nigga's head off? Oh my goodness, man. Hey man, no Mexicans for me. Hey, no Mexican JUCOs. Man, JUCO is not a place to go where you're like, we're just gonna win over here and the hoe's gonna lose. Do not play around over here. You're dealing with apex predators, killers, Godzillas. You were dealing with women that rob and scam niggas for a living and burglarize houses. They got criminal records. Man, you gotta be careful. You gotta vet. And you're messing with a woman that literally probably strips at the La Toxica in Las Vegas. If she strips at La Toxica in Las Vegas, bro, she a killer. All right, goodness. He thought he was just going to smash her for 2 months and give her little shekels, her little pesos, and he paid with his head. Good Lord have mercy, man. I told you, didn't I tell y'all a long time ago that the dark side is the dark side for a reason? And people think the people that are not on locals, you guys don't get it. I've been preaching this for a long time. You have to vet. You have to vet harder over here. You don't just come over here and throw money around at the JUCO. You don't do that. You have to know who these people roll with. You got to know where to meet them. You got to do a deep dive investigation. I pull criminal records. On women on the dark side. Once I know their first and last name, that's all I need to know. I will pull your record. So this is not a place to come over here and play games. It's not a place to come over here and manipulate women and throw money at them and play them like a fool. Okay, I've been saying that for a long time. This is something that you have to accept as part of the process. It's part of the process because you have apex predators over here. You got women that go after dudes that are millionaires and steal and rob from them and play them. So somebody said, how do you vet overseas? Well, I'm glad you asked. I have a course and I have locals. Okay. I've been doing this for 3 years. I'm not going to give the information away for you for free. So I just hope you get your head fucking chopped off, or you can spend $50 on locals. You can buy the course for $750. You can buy it at the discount right now. The discount should just be up right now, nigga. If you don't want to go ahead and get the information and you just think I'm gonna give it to you for free, go get your head chopped off, nigga. Come to locals. The game doesn't be sold, not told. All right. Do not come over here and play around. Because you come over here and you think that $200 is going to get you a fresh piece of peace leaf, and she will come over there and chop your shit up. You don't want to be this guy. Okay. Don't play at the JUCO, please. Do not play at the JUCO.
Something that was a horrific death for this individual, and it's heartbreaking for the family to have to live with knowing that their loved one died in such a horrible manner.
The DA's office and the Anaheim Police Department worked with the FBI and Mexican authorities to track Lira down, but they would not elaborate on how she was found. She is now facing a count of murder and a count of use of a deadly weapon, both felonies. She's being held without bail and will appear in court to answer to those charges next month. Now, I talked to a good friend of Gonzalez on the phone today. He wasn't able to be a part of our story, but did tell me over the phone he was shocked by this arrest, still grieving the tragic loss of his friend. Live in Anaheim, I'm Nick Garcia, Fox 11 News.
Yeah, man. I mean, you do have to keep your head on the swivel. You got to protect yourself at all times. Come up just knowing that any situation can go south, especially if you're lazy and you do not bet. Okay, because you're going to pay somewhere. I don't know what triggered her, but he sounds like he was at her house, which is a no-go. Okay, I give you a lot of guidelines. Never go to her house. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you at her house? What kind of house could she possibly be at? I wonder if he was married. Okay, never. And then people want to know, what about your house? Nigga, go to locals, coachrigadams.locals.com. I discuss these guidelines on how to stay safe. You're going to her house is ridiculous. And nigga, you found your decapitated body at her house. What kind of fucking house could she possibly have as a 23-year-old? All right, please. Please, man. But listen, anybody can get got out here. So, you know, you got to protect yourself at all times. Okay. Or all times.
Gotcha, bitch.
What do I tell you? There's no solutions. There's just trade-offs. There's no solutions. There's just trade-offs. And the JUCO is not a solution. It's just another series of trade-offs. You have leverage and options, but you also have women that are in survival mode. Okay. And I said this a long time. The most dangerous women are women in survival mode. The most dangerous women are women in survival mode. And I said, the more times that men laugh at women for being in survival mode and being desperate, the more likely they're going to see women robbing, stealing, and killing. Women aren't just going to go cry in the corner, man. They taking lumps out here. Donald Trump handing them L's. They got ice on their fucking neck. They got taken away Section 8 and welfare. They're making it hard. DEI getting taken away. And I said that then. I said, these women are going to start killing and robbing. They're not going to just lay in the corner and be like, help, help, help. They might do that for a little bit. They might want to be in a bind, Nate. At some particular point, they're going to take knives and start shooting and robbing and killing. Okay, so that's why I say you got to protect yourself. Some women just going to start killing. All right. And who they going to probably kill? Men. So, yeah, man. I've been sending these warnings out for a long time. That's why we tell you to vet. Shout out to our brother G Money, says, thankful for men like you, coach. Motivation for a YN. Shout out to you. Thank you, brothers, man. Thank you, man. Shout out to Hustle Every Day, says, women ain't gonna listen. Get paid for your time. Shout out to you. And that's another thing. I know, especially women in survival mode, which is damn near all of them. Okay. They're not going to listen to you. I know this. I have experience with this for many, many years. When women are in survival mode, when they're trying to figure things out, the last thing they're going to do is listen to you. But you can help them, but they're not going to listen. So I never try to. Once a woman's mindset on whatever she's going to do, I let her do it. But I see a lot of guys thinking that it's ecclesiastically 1950s, that you're going to talk a woman into seeing the light. My experience tells me you're not going to talk her into anything. Okay. Her mind is set. She thinks she knows what she's doing. She made a decision by committee. She's going for it. You're not stopping her. As they say, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. She wants to solve her issue the way she wants to solve it. If she gets hit by a car in the middle of the street as a result of doing it, you got to let her get run over. That's my opinion. That's how I go about my life. Let her get fucking run over then. Go ahead. You want to cross the freeway, 8 lanes of freeway? Go for it. You want to drag your luggage across 8 lanes of freeway? Go for it. All right. It's out of my hands. I left it in the hands of the Lord. And she's like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm going to do it. Go for it. Cross all that goddamn interstate traffic if you want. All right. And when your ass gets splat, he said, even your daughters, your wife, your girlfriend, your mama, your grandmama, let her goddamn do it and let her face the consequences and repercussions. And when she come back to you, you be like, hey, that's how I treat women. And I talk about even even the women in my life, the women I'm connected to legally and or DNA. I let them do the same thing. Go do what you want to do. Yep. Even when you stop them, they'll blame your ass for stopping them because they're going to think, let's say, for instance, here, they want to do something, and then they say they're going to do it, and then you be like, it ain't going to work, and you stop them from doing it. What you've done, I'm going to tell you what you've done. This is the psychology of people, and particularly women. What you've done is prevented them from seeing the results and the consequences of their decision. So let's say I stopped her from doing it. Okay. She didn't go through 8 lanes of traffic on the interstate. If I stop her from doing it by exposing what the danger is and the consequences, and she accepts it, she's still going to think that she could have made it across the 8 lanes of traffic. And I prevented her from getting what she wanted. So there's going to be what they call, she's going to have, what's the word? She's going to have resentment towards you from stopping her from getting what she wanted on the other side. She's still going to think she would have made it. Now I stopped her from doing it. She's in the same situation she's trying to avoid. Now she resents the fact that you stopped her from going across there. She doesn't see that she was going to get run the fuck over. She still won't see it. All right. And you just got to go get hit. Go get your head chopped off. Go get it. And then when they get motherfucker come back bummed and bruises and pussy all bleeding, you just be like, hey. Yeah. That's how you have to live with women, man. That's how you live. Go for it. And then you go about your life. Anyway. Then she gonna run back across that street, and then she gonna get hit, and then she gonna come back limping and shit. All right, to you. And you're gonna be like, anyway. But a shout out to our brother Kevin W. Says, I'm at my corporate job. It's a brokerage, and one of the executives mentioned that they work with influencers to promote trading products. He says, I immediately thought of you, but normies are not ready for the money mindset. They're still thinking that it's the old way, but influencers be winning. Shout out to No Government Name. Says Gen Z men are priced out of women. Do you think they will still want to own homes if they can't afford to support themselves comfortably and are lying flat throughout the world from China to US? Yes. I mean, that's the only thing men can do is just lie flat. Why do anything when I can't get what I want? Right? I can't get the house I want. I can't get the woman I want. I can't get the car I want. So they'll just give up, which makes more money for me. Go ahead, give up. All right. Anyway, Sled Dog says fire content this week, coach. These ladies hate when men's mental defense kick in and we go on demon time. Had an ex try to get over on me and found out the hard way how fast a 6-figure opportunity can get snatched twice. She chose betrayal and the Undertaker. Remember, the struggle didn't choose you. You chose the struggle. So a lot of people here, she had an opportunity to probably make some money from you, and you kicked her to the curb. And guess what? Bitch is out here still broke. I'm telling you, man, I see men and women making this decision all the time. All the time. They burn bridges. That's a double sponsorship, by the way. People burn bridges all the time. And I see people trying to spin the block back. It is pathetic, man. Really, I'm telling you, the content creator, not the content creator, the author, Brian Tracy. He says 75-80% of people are just lazy and you can't fix them. Say that's what they are. This is why Pareto principle, 80-20 rule. This is why there's 20% of the winners, 80% of the losers. This is why 20% of the people make 80% of the money and 80% of the people make 20% of the money. This is why things are, because most people are just lazy. And when I say lazy, that doesn't mean you're not trying. What I mean is your performance is lackluster. Your performance is lackluster. You do the bare minimum. You have entitlement. You think you deserve what other people have with the less effort. And then even if you get any moniker of success, you blow it. It is what it is. The Nation of Islam, what do they call them? They had the brothers that they were part of a sect of the Nation of Islam called the 5 Percenters. Had it too. 85% of people are deaf, dumb, and blind. Okay, deaf, dumb, and blind. Sheeples. Go with the flow. Don't rock the boat. Scared to take risks. 5% of the people are the poor righteous teachers, the people who are the selected, and then 10% of the people are in control. That's what the 5 percenters had. 85% deaf, dumb, and blind. 5% are the righteous teachers, and then you have the 10% who is the New World Order, all right, controlling things through church and power and state and so forth. New World Order. All right, so yeah, that's what you have to understand. And most people will listen to 800,000 motivation videos and books and do nothing with it. And then get mad that you sold them a $13 book and got rich. And then get mad that you sold them a $13 book and told them the motherfucking way to get rich. And they didn't get rich. All right. You scam me. He's just a scammer. No, he's not. Let me tell you what happens. He's not a scammer. This is what happens. This is what happens. So a person goes from nothing to something, which is a tremendous success and then land an opportunity, especially the United States. And if you have the ability to do it, what'll happen is you had nothing. Then you got something. What will happen is you're fired out. You're fired up. You're like, damn, I overcome adversity. I strived and I did something that was quite simple and it worked for me. And I see other people struggling daily to find this answer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to document it. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to develop a philosophy around it. Not necessarily to make money off the loser, but in order to get the message out to more people, I got to do this. Like, I can't stand on the street corner and tell one by one. I can't do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a book. Of course, I'm going to make money from this book. However, I do want to encourage people to give them the answer, because people are always looking for an answer. Like they're always looking for an answer. They're always looking for a solution. So I have something that worked for me. Let me publish it and do something. And perhaps maybe I can become popular and famous, make some money from it, obviously. And then tell them what to do. So then you proceed to do so. And then people come up into you asking you for the answer. And you say, well, it's in the book. Because I can't tell you the answer per se. There's a series of answers. There's an approach. There's a strategy. There's a whatever you. So you'll start to do this and encourage to do it. What will happen is people will cheer it on for a little bit. And then they'll try it. And then they'll say it didn't work for me. And then they'll call you a grifter and you're trying to make money and this and that, which is true. Everybody's trying to make some money. But I can't provide the answer for you for free. So you don't want to go through the system because you're lazy. What will happen is those people will fight against you then. They'll start going uphill. They're reporting you. They'll tell you it doesn't work and he's just a grifter. They'll tell you you can find the solution for free on YouTube. All right. And then what will happen is they'll go against you and they'll just call you a scammer. Then what will happen is you'll wake up to the reality that 85% of people ain't shit. All right. And what you will do is you will start charging more money for people who actually want the goddamn answer. That's what's going to happen. You'll start to give less than a fuck. Okay. At one point, you gave a fuck. At one point, you were like, maybe I could tell these fucking losers to do something simple that could change the direction of their life, but all they have to do is replicate the process over and over again instead of smoke weed and fuck and do all of these. Maybe I could tell them, but you will realize they just want to smoke weed, drink, and fuck. And then you say, fuck them niggas. Then what'll happen is, oh, he don't care. He's empathetic. He's got an ego. He's too confident. He thinks he's better than us. And then you finally say, well, fuck these motherfuckers anyway. They lazy pieces of shit anyway. They never invested anyway. They ain't gonna be none anyway. Now you sound like you're heartless and cold, less human. Now you sound like you in the New World Order. New World Order. Right? Rich people don't care about poor people. They got monies for a wall, but can't feed the poor. Now you sound like the rest of the elites. Now you sound like an elitist. See, these people get money and they change up and switch and they forget where they came from. See what happens? People have dealt with this for years, generations, millennia. It's the same story, which basically says 85% of people are worthless. They ain't gonna do shit. They're gonna party on the weekend. They're gonna smoke and drink. They're gonna fuck. They're gonna create babies out of wedlock. They're not gonna do the right thing. They're not gonna stick with it. They're gonna give up after 3 days. That's what's gonna happen. And you just deal with that reality. You're like, well, these people ain't gonna do shit. Might as well just forget them. All right. But anyway, I'm just trying to give y'all $1 million worth of game just so you can see what happens with people and why people do what they do. Anyway, Where we at? Kevin G says, as we prepare for Black History Month, should I create an AI prawn video paying homage to all the ancient BWs? He says, I'm thinking about doing it for Harriet Tubman. They say she had ass, coach. He says, swallow me from the back at the Underground Railroad. Oh, my goodness. Harriet Tubman throwing ass around. That should be interesting. Shout out to Mr. Handsome Pause. He says, dropping off some coffee change. He says, love when you roast the pro-blacks. He says, they always want to be woke, but lack self-awareness. And they also like money. He says, I had to realize that the only thing stopping me as a black man is myself. Tell these niggy, boss up or bitch up, free agent lifestyle for life. One thing about pro-blacks is they experience racism through other people. They never experience their own racism. I'm like, has that ever happened to you? This never happened to you, did it? Like, you've never had that happen to you. Oh, I got pulled over by the police before. So was everybody. They go like, so what? Well, they pulled me out of the car. They think I stole it. Oh, okay. Like, that happens to a lot of people too. Like, come on, bro. But you'll tell me about some racism somebody else experienced. Fuck that nigga. I don't care. Like, what? That didn't happen to me. Well, it could happen to you, but it hasn't. Like, I've gone through 40 years. That's never happened to me. Why am I waiting for it to happen? I'm not waiting for it to happen, bro. I've been lived like 500. I've been lived like what? 50,000 days. It's never happened. Hold on for a second. I'm going to do some quick maths. Larry C. I lived 18,000 days on Earth. Never happened to me. So what the fuck, bro? Like, stop experiencing life through secondhand racism. Bro, just worry about yourself, nigga. Fuck that nigga. Right? All right, anyway. I'm just trying to help. Bro. Believe me, everything I say, I'm trying to help you experience things. And it's somewhat funny. It's somewhat heartless and cold. But really, it's true. Well, that one time I had something racist to me. Oh, my God. All right, I had like 50 things somewhat racist happen to me. Probably yesterday I had something racist happen to me. I don't give a fuck. Like, who cares? All right. Anyway, Red Shirt says, great to have you back on YouTube, coach. There is no substitute. Often imitated, but never duplicated. Hashtag the shield. All right. Nobody can do what I do. Nobody does it better. No government name, but CGA. Don't you want kids and JUCO to be your hospital? At my hospital, telling me, oh, father, we'll carry on your legacy and uphold the reputation of your last name. Why do trad cons expect this to happen when they go to the upper room? All right, they expect that to happen. All right, it only happens to grandmothers. Grandmothers get that type of shit. Grandfathers don't. Jay says, hey, coach, when it comes to dating, I believe both genders are chasing a win. And in your opinion, could you break down win-win, win-lose, lose-lose scenarios for men in dating? That could be a whole live stream. You know what? I'm going to copy that because I think what's happening is since people have very little, they're looking to win somewhere and for somebody to lose. In order for you to win in a relationship, you got to look at it as somebody lost. Okay. Dating is that. Dating is the way people approach dating is that I'm going to get something from her and she's going to lose and I'm going to win, or vice versa. I'm going to get something from him and he's going to lose. And I don't think relationships work that way. I think it works when both people get what they wanted. I think that's what happens. I don't look at it as I try to get over on the woman. Now, with that being said, I will negotiate in the situation. As this woman said, I look at relationships as negotiation. So if she doesn't know how to negotiate, that ain't my problem. All right. Hey, baby, I gave you a chance. All right. I said, what number we looking at? I said, what do you want? If she don't know how to negotiate and leverage, that's her problem. She better learn. And sometimes you got to learn the hard way. So when you come to a person that's willing to negotiate, you better come right at the table. And there are situations where I messed up in the negotiation and I said, okay, I'm going to have to eat this one. Pause. I'm going to have to eat this one to get what I want. But I know that I don't have to keep negotiating. I don't have to keep with that bad deal. but I don't want the other person to feel like they lost unless they try to make me lose. Okay, so if they try to make me lose or try to get me to eat that bad deal, all right, and get me to go ahead and say, well, I'm going to get over on you anyway, regardless, then I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to be heartless and say, okay, I got to retract. I'm going to talk about that in the story of my story with the recent situation that I had where the girl was like, I warned her about a scenario. I said, well, this I won't accept in this negotiation. And she went ahead and did it anyway. And I had to get his, okay, so you tried to get me to lose on a deal. You're going to have to lose. And then she came back to be like, hey, what happened? And I was like, sorry, I told you. So that's what I think are people frustrating people in relationships is that they look at as women supposed to lose and the man supposed to win, where the woman's supposed to take the short end of the stick and the man's supposed to win just the fact that because he's a man. And then I also think there's some toxic women out here that are looking at relationships as I got to make that guy lose and I got to come out the winner. And I don't like either one of those approaches. I don't appreciate it either way. That's why I talk about pickup artists. They're all predators. Pimps, pickup artists, players, these are predators. Like if I'm going to say that there should be a harmonious relationship between men and women, which I think there should be, because we can't go forward without each other. Like we have to work it out. I think both people should have it fairly down the line. But what I'm seeing is both people are predators against each other. They're preying against each other. And I don't think that's going to work. Scavengers, niggas trying to be broke in life. And then I just don't like it on either side. I don't like when women finesse niggas in divorce. I don't like this bait and switch. I don't like this idea that they could just take you to child support court and restrict custody and win. I don't like that. Just as much as I don't like predatory pickup artists and niggas that think they're players in max. I don't like it. I don't think that's the way to go about it. You might think so because you hate women. Ladies, you might think so because you hate men. That's your problem. I don't hate women. I don't hate men. I hate losers. I hate predators. I hate motherfuckers that try to get over on people for no reason at all. The reason is because you're a loser. But that's the real deal. That's the real deal. Ken rolls with the thumbs up. If you knew how I really felt. Okay. And Larry C says, money mindset plug here. Our brother Jay Tarantino, the guitar boss, who also does HVAC, helped me fix my furnace yesterday. He helped me all the way from Jersey via text message over here. He says, fellas, join the money mindset, boss up your network. He says, you'll be glad you did. Hashtag the money mindset. I agree. Money mindset has been doing a lot of networking lately. I've been noticing that a lot of money mindset members are meeting with each other and networking behind the scenes. So, givers gain. Givers gain. I allow people to promote their business over on the money mindset. Hey, go ahead and promote what you do and demonstrate your knowledge. And then I don't take a cut of the money. I don't make them pay. You're able to promote your business and your knowledge to our group of people. You got to be vetted first. Don't come in the first week, think that's going to happen. But if y'all want to network behind the scenes and make money off each other and help other people, by all means, money mindset, that's what it's there for. It's a networking group. It's not just a way for me to scam y'all out of some knowledge, nigga. You know what I mean? And it ain't going to help you get rich overnight, but people can attest to that. That is the real shield. That is the real money mindset. Okay. I know people that have made more money than they spent over on money mindset. They made all that shit back. Right. All right. I heard people are meeting with other money mindset members in Monaco and what was Spain? Brothers that took, hey man, I met up with money mindset member in Spain. And neither of them niggas live in Spain. Like, it's amazing. Anyway, promoting the group. Thank you for the plug. I want to see if I got all the super chats because I got to do the main event and I don't want to be distracted too much. All right, shout out to G Money. He was the last one over on Cash App. The last one over on Venmo was Macaroni Tony. The last one over on PayPal should have been our brother that co-sponsored today, talking about his wife is depressed. Okay. Hey man, if your wife is depressed, divorce is coming around. And don't go to therapy with your wife. Tell her to resolve that shit yourself. All right, we got a bunch of brothers that are over on PayPal, so I'll come back to that. All right, so let's do the main event. Let's run into it real quick. All right, with no break. All right, we'll do a little bit of it here. Let's do it. The Money Mindset 2025. Join us if you are looking to elevate your mindset to the next level and get your financial information and game back to where it needs to be. This is the Blue Chip Mindset on steroids. We have 80 plus episodes from the last 2 years that you missed available via playback. You can get all of those episodes. Also, every live stream on Sunday night with all of our great contributors with subjects, cryptocurrency, investment, money 101, money 201. Also, if you're looking to become a social media content creator, this is the group for you. 2 times a month, we give you content creator information about how much money you can make via content creation. What are the most popular forms of content creation coming forward in the next few years, and how you can capitalize on an opportunity to be a content creator. Join patreon.com/Coach Greg Adams to find the Money Mindset link. Let's get our blue chip mindset on. The window is still open. Main event. The main event. All right, we got to do it live here. I didn't type it in. I'm sorry about that. All right, your future wife is with someone else. Chris Rock once said that women, right here, all right, the woman in your life is looking and staring at you because you were not her first choice. You were not her first choice. You were a choice, but you were not her first choice. And that's the reality of it. Most of the time, many relationships that you know about that exist today, the woman was another man's girl. Okay, so she was with another man. Mr. Steal Your Girl came in. Mr. Telephone Man came in. Mr. Dirty Mac came in. Mr. I Want Your Girl came in and got the girl. Most of the time, you're talking to a woman that is not single. In fact, it was exposed that a great percentage of women that are on dating apps are in relationships. Okay, they're currently in relationships. It has also been exposed that 75% of women have a backup plan, meaning that they know who they're going to give another chance to. They may not have even responded to any of their text messages, but they have the message loaded up and locked. They know how to find it just in case her relationship goes south. In essence, she's not your girl, she's ours. And men have, they've expended a lot of time and energy. They put forth scriptures and laws and punishment to prevent women from doing this, which people call female nature, right? They prevent women from doing this. How can I prevent the woman from doing this? Well, I'm not going to let her outside the house. She's got to be with a man anytime she leaves the house, like Sharia law. They've done things like, let's punish the woman that if what is it called where they have they don't stone her, but some cultures, particularly Middle Eastern, have a punishment that they will have on a woman if she's with another man, like a family member. Honor killing, I believe it's called. So the woman's with another man, she's not a virgin, her hymen is not intact, and then she shows up and then she gets with a guy and they find out she was a whore. Okay, so they'll honor kill her and they'll be like, she gotta go. So there's a variety of ways men have gone away from controlling this, even to the point of saying body count matters. Body count matters is an example of this control, right? Where the woman's not supposed to be out here throwing her body all across Al Gore's internet, throwing her body out here to man, and sleeping around, meaning that you can't turn hoes in a housewife, right? That's another example of this particular thing. The girl belongs to another guy, but now she comes over to you. She's not worth it. She didn't hit the wall. There's a lot of ways men and women have tried to control this. Need for men to think that this woman has not been with other men. But let me remind you, the same way that you're with a woman, that woman was with another man the same way. Laid up under him, gave him access, hit it raw, nutted in her, hit her, pointed his dick on her forehead. She sucked him off the same. She moaned and groaned, all of that shit, same way. Okay. Now, sometimes you'll deal with a woman. She says, I dealt with a lot of no good niggas. There's some dudes on the website, dating app that I met. She will frame it as all these guys were losers, but she don't talk about the time that she was, ooh, She'll even say that she hooked up with a guy that didn't go well. She will act like the sex wasn't, her eyes weren't rolling in the back of her head. She wasn't moaning and groaning. She wasn't squirting on the bed sheets. She'll act like that. Oh, we did this and we hooked up, but it really wasn't nothing, and nothing came from it. It was just kind of like we fucked and nothing came from it. But at the end of the day, she was moaning and groaning, had her face in the pillow, sweating. You know what I mean? Squirting. Okay. All of that shit, getting her lungs squeezed and nutting and orgasming. Like, she'll act like, oh, it was just this and that. But at the end of the day, she was leaking. She left. She had to piss in the toilet. She had to piss the nut off in the toilet. Yeah, bro. He hit it wrong. No condom. So, like, they'll downplay the experience. All right. I was with a bunch of bum ass niggas. Now, if you ever are able to catch footage of this, and all women have footage of their previous guy dogging her out on her phone. All women, and I say all, except if they're a virgin, all of them have a video or a picture of them getting dogged out, fish hooked, all right, ass tooted, squirting and leaking, all right, wiping off stuff from their forehead and face, all off their lips. Okay, they all got it dogged out right there. So here's the reality of it. That's hard for men to accept because our ego is fragile. We have a fragile male ego. We think that we giving her the best dick. We out here think that we the one first guy to put it up the Duke shoot. We think we're the first one she done swallowed the kids. You know what I mean? And here's the reality. That's not the case. You're all getting women, no matter if you're the top or the bottom, no matter if you're the top or the bottom. You're rich, successful, handsome, whatever it is, athlete. You're getting the same thing too. You're getting basically a woman that was somebody else's girl. Okay. The middle, I don't care if you're 19 years old. That's the case is going on here. So that's the world we live in. And men have to get to the point where we accept and know this. Now, you don't have to think about it too much because you ain't going to have the stomach. Okay. Do you have the stomach? You don't want to think about it. But the woman will give you an idea that this is happening, and she either will downplay it or act like nothing's happening. But here's let's go ahead and show you some video. And this is not to belittle the women. This is actually to give men awareness. Okay, that's all I'm doing. And there's only an exception to this rule. This is the reality, ladies. When I know a woman comes to me, by the time she done came down CGA, I know she done been out here. She done been out here dominated and abused. All right, I know some bum niggas then ran through her and tore her insides up into her esophagus. I already know by the time I get her, she done already been used and abused. Because I'm CGA, you know what I mean? I'm me. So, I ain't the top pick, you know what I mean? I'm just a regular old gentleman ass nigga. By the time she then came over to me, especially when she nasty, all right, I'm like, oh, you super nasty. I know you've been done this with 50-11 niggas. I ain't the first one to get this treatment, and I take that and write on her forehead. I ain't the first one to put it on her forehead. I wasn't even the first one this week. Most of the time, I'm not even the first one in the week. Right? I'm not even the first one this week. I might not even be the first one this month or this season. I'm not the first one in this spring, summer season to do it. All right, so I already know. I accept this coming into the door. That's why when them bitches be pining for relationships, I'll be like, listen, man, negotiation. Listen. You got the wrong one. I just put dick on your forehead. You didn't say nothing. I know I'm not the first one to put dick on your forehead. I know I'm not even the first one this month to put dick on your forehead. But what's not going to happen is you walk in this door asking for a relationship after I done put dick on your forehead. All right, so just calm down, know your role, and shut your mouth. All right, you want a round two? Right here, right on the forehead. Come on, let's have some fun. We having a party. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked here. I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, here we go right here. So here we go right here. This man finds out, it says, I don't know if this is skit. It says, I use my girlfriend's phone. Okay.
New world order.
It says, I use my girlfriend's phone to post myself on her status. All right, let's see right here. Do you have the stomach? All right, let's turn the music down. So what we're seeing here, I'll describe it. It says right here, I use my phone to post myself on her status. This is a guy that's going to unlock his girlfriend's phone. He has the passcode. Trust me, she can still hide shit. And he goes to her WhatsApp. All right, he goes to her WhatsApp and he takes a picture. What is that picture there? Oh, he posts a picture of himself on the WhatsApp. Okay, anybody that has WhatsApp, you guys know you can update your status. And it says, my man, y'all, and post a picture of himself with some emojis. Okay, so now let's see what happens here. We don't know if this is real or a skit or just for social media. It says, fuck other men, I guess it says right here. She says, my man, y'all, fuck the others. Got the engagement ring. He's put that as the status. And now you just sit back and wait. And now you're seeing men come in and say, who is this guy? Mi amor. Mi amor. Who is this guy? And now she's looking over and it's a regular slump busting ass woman. All right, that's, you know, it is what it is. We got another message that says, and I'm narrating this. The other message that says, what the F? WTF, babe? And there she is. She looks like she's sniggling. What the F, babe? And now he's going to the bathroom because you know his stomach is hurting right now. Let's see who babe is. Why he delete that one? I'm not sure. But this is an example of what you have to understand. Yep, yo girl. And she's sitting there snoozing after you done ran them guts. It says right here, what you mean? Yeah. So his stomach is in knots right now.
Do you have the stomach?
You know his stomach is in knots because anytime that I've gone to this length of seeing her options, and by the way, I don't consider these options. They're just other dicks and whatever she has is rotation. They're not better than me. They're just whatever it is. Anytime I've done this, I'm telling you, man, knots. All right, you're like, oh, man, let me see how bad it is. You're like, oh, man.
Do you have the stomach?
All right, you don't want it. So if you've ever wanted to go that length, I'm going to tell you, man, your stomach is not going to feel very good. With that being said, even at the top level, before we do that, we have a guy that says, no woman is loyal. I actually have tried to show and demonstrate that. This guy says, no woman is loyal. Behind every girl, oh, sorry, he says there's no loyal female because every girl will go if the right guy asks. Okay.
Every girl is going. It just depends on who it is. It all depends. Ain't no such thing as not going. I'm here to tell you, like, I'm looking y'all dead in your eyes. It's no such thing as not going.
Your hoe going. My hoe.
Yeah, if you have a girlfriend, she's going. I'm just looking at you right now and telling you that.
You have a boyfriend.
Your girlfriend's single. The right nigga ass.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I know if I have a bitch, I'm sure that's the.
I can put that on.
All right, and some of the women in that room, those skeezers, are disagreeing, but this is true. This has been duplicated in history so many times. Now, what the woman is going to say is not me, and I haven't done this. She certainly has. All right, the guy she's with wasn't the first guy. She was with somebody else when she met him. So she's done it, but what she'll say is that's not true and this type of thing here because statistically it's not true, right? What'll happen is she'll say, I've turned down 99% of men. I go out all the time and I never cheat on my guy. I go to the nightclub and I never get another guy's phone number, or if I do, I never use it. So statistically for her, it's true. She's been able to not turn these into relationships or cheat. But as the previous guy said, don't Straggle and Sniggle Theater, he was demonstrating that there are women that have messages from men that they consider as a backup. It's just that when the time presents itself, she's going to do it. So there's a break. They broke up. She'll jump to a person that is already in the orbit, already in the wheelhouse, already as a person that she knows she can potentially leap to. Therefore, there's an overlap. There's a gray area which exists because statistically men are going to go after other man's women. The woman is going to go after somebody and land in as a safety net, somebody that is already present. So this, to me, if she doesn't consider this cheating, I do. All right. I'll be like, well, you already set that up previously, or that that option was already there as something to grab onto just in case there was a need or an excuse to do so. So that's how I look at it. Most women don't look at it that way. But that being said, it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. You can all get this work. So we're going to show you an example of that, several examples that are somewhat shocking and surprising. So we have, and I'm using rich people as a means to show you that you can't buy yourself out of this. Everybody knows this story. This is Jeff Bezos. This is his new wife, Lauren Sanchez. And the man standing next to Lauren Sanchez with the camelback kind of sports coat is her fiance. Yes, you heard that right. If you didn't know, Jeff Bezos got Lauren Sanchez from his associate, his friend. Okay, which his friend, they were together when Jeff Bezos was with Mackenzie Bezos. So Jeff Bezos, one of the richest men in the world, got his current wife from his friend. Okay. And why, Lauren Sanchez is like, hey, bigger and better things. Oh, he's just a friend. And I don't know, take a look at the dynamics here. This is when this picture was taken when Lauren Sanchez was with the camelback guy. Like they're together. As you can see, his hands are around her hips. However, look at where look at where Lauren Sanchez is leaning in. Okay. Lauren Sanchez is leaning in towards Jeff Bezos. Now, this is just a snapshot, but it defines the future. It is what it is. It is what it is. This is what happened. We already seen. Okay. Yeah. I get close enough to some money. And the guy that she's engaged to is a millionaire. But there's always somebody bigger and better. All right. Like you said.
Do you have the stomach to watch a girl that you really love? To watch some motherfucker that got more money than you, that's more handsome than you, that's built more better than you, fuck your bitch for a fee?
All right. And yes, she was previously with NFL player Tony Gonzalez and had a baby with Tony Gonzalez. In fact, I want to show you this picture right here. This is a crazy one. All right, let me see if I can see if this one. This picture is even crazier when you see this one. All right, but let me show you this. As they say look at this, or hey, look at this picture. All right, so this picture is Jeff Bezos with now his fiance, now currently his wife, on his yacht with Lauren Sanchez and her first baby daddy, Tony Gonzalez. Okay. All right. So just big harmony there. So there's Tony Gonzalez, NFL Hall of Famer. He has a baby by Lauren Sanchez. She's married to Jeff Bezos, who Jeff Bezos stole from his friend. And now he's on a yacht with Tony Gonzalez. I mean, gentlemen, when you think, I'm just telling you, when you think you're taking L's out here, just understand every man's taking that L. It don't matter if you rich, poor, broke, ugly, black, white. Every man dealing with the same issue on some level. It's not just that we're picking these type of women. We're all dealing with this fact that these women belong to other men before we get them. They're not coming in virgins, ecclesiastically scot-free, all of that. Now, let me show you this one here because there's a woman here that had, let me see here. I'm going to show you this one right here. This woman right here. They call her the most dangerous woman in the NFL. The most dangerous woman in the NFL. Okay. And it is a woman, this woman right here. She's from Denver, Colorado. Shout out to our brother from Denver, Colorado. She has 3 NFL baby daddies. One, Josh Jacobs, formerly Raiders, now with the Green Bay Packers. Eli Apple, former New York Giant and Miami Dolphin. And Geno Smith, former Seahawk and Las Vegas Raider. 3 NFL baby daddies. Okay. AKA, these women don't belong to you. Daddy. These women don't belong to you, man. They're somebody else's girl. So when you get them, somebody else had them. As a matter of fact, Josh Jacobs is rumored to recently have taken Caleb Williams' baby mama or a girl ex-girlfriend. Okay, hold on for a second. All right. Let's see if I can find that. Rumor has it, this was 3 days ago. Model stirs buzz. Dating NFL star with the Green Bay Packers, okay, who was previously Caleb Williams' girlfriend. All right, this is reported 3 days ago. So there she is, little thick, little mulatto looking, racially ambiguous, Latina looking. Josh Jacobs, again. She's previously with Caleb Williams of the Chicago Bears. All right. And they are supposedly have a picture together, but Caleb Williams is blowing it off and painting his fingernails. Am I proving my point right here? Am I proving my point? When you get with a woman, just know she probably been with somebody bigger, better, richer, poorer, whatever it is. You're not beating this. You're not beating this allegations, man. You're not beating this. There's no way you could defeat this, especially the fact that if the woman's attractive, there's no way that nobody had her before you. Okay. There's even more stories about this one right here. Let's even get into this one. You guys know Tony Hawk, skateboarder, legendary skateboarder. Wait till you hear this story. Wait till you hear the story. This is an old story, but I had to pull it out of the archives just to see if this is true. Skateboarding legend Tony Hawk splits up with the mother of his toddler's daughter to marry his best friend's wife in 2011. You heard this right. You heard this right. She's not yours. It's just your turn. All right. She's not out. She's not yours. She's ours. The Y is silent. In the game of male competition for copulation, for passing on seed, most men will go to the depths of hell to get access to punani and spread their seed. I think the man has died since, not or as a result of this, but I think the guy is not alive anymore. Tony Hawk, but he is. It says right here, Tony Hawk's friend okay with skater dating his wife. Yeah. Matt Goodman. So we already know.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
Who has been friends with Tony Hawk since childhood, who was even a groomsman at Tony Hawk's wedding, has watched the 42-year-old skater divorce his wife of 5 years and begin a relationship with Goodman's ex-wife, Khaby. Jesus.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
I know people will think it's strange, but I'm totally cool with it, Goodman says. Hawk divorced his wife of 5 years. This past February, the three had a 3-year-old daughter. Goodman suggests the relationship between his ex and Hawk began more than half a year ago. I had split with Khaby over a year ago and she started dating Tony about 7 months ago. Gentlemen, they can say what they want, but gentlemen, they were dating and probably fucking before that. All right. That's why they split up. That's why they broke up and divorced. Okay. You can put the timeline as you want. They already were fucking and probably flirting and texting before that. They didn't wait till the breakup. Stop the bullshit. Listen, it is what it is. He's trying to just save face in the whole situation. All right. That's why they broke up, because she said, I can get with Tony Hawk. All right. And you're Matt Goodman. All right. I mean, what choice is she going to make? All right. So anyway, we have another story related to this. Let's see what we got. Many stories related to this here. We have this story of a man. Oh, this story. A lot of these stories are going viral on the internet. And there are stories of Dan Bilzerian girls being party girls and possibly paid women for Dan Bilzerian. We know the stories of what these girls did with Dan Bilzerian. We're not crazy, but a lot of these women end up with husbands in regular relationships. All right. So where guys will be like, these girls are used up, used goods, they're escorts and blah, 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 blah. But they still end up married with a child. Okay. We've seen porn stars do this. And dudes will be like, they're cucks, they're simps, and blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, guess what? You can't defeat the laws of love and relationships. Most of y'all gonna get leftovers. All right. I've been saying that for a long time. And it's even worse for Gen Z. They're going to get women that have been sex workers. All right. Or worked on some sort of spectrum. OnlyFans, feet pictures, sugar babies. That's all y'all getting. All right. So there's an example of that. All right. She's not yours. It's just your turn. She's going to go through a season. She's going to go through a season of, what they call a cop carousel, if you will. And then boom, boom, land, Mr. That's you. Okay.
And that's you.
It's how it works. It's how the system works. And the guy will know about it and he'll just overlook it. Well, everybody has a past. All right. This type of thing. Let's go to the last version of this one. And this one, even as you can notice, a lot of these are close to home. Like these aren't like situations where a dude came in and he wasn't even like, he didn't know about it, or they didn't know each other, or he didn't know the past. You're finding that these are men that seen the woman do it. Like, I seen you with the other dude and still went. Okay.
And that's you.
Okay. Almost all of these situations, they all saw the other dude and they still went. So imagine you ain't seen the other dude. You don't know hide nor hair of the other dude, but the other dude is there. If the other dude is there when you see it, imagine what the other dudes are that you don't see. Okay, last one here is an article here about a millionaire real estate mogul. It says right here, this is reported today in the daily, the New York Post. Married real estate mogul offered subordinate multi-millionaire, reading with CGA. Married real estate mogul offered subordinate multi-million-dollar indecent proposal to leave her husband for him. The humanity. This is another example of the social circle is right there under your face. Imagine we're worried about what we don't see. Think about what people are seeing and they're still sharing each other. Good gracious, man. This is dudes are still taking. I'll pick up that slack. Because the reality is there's limited people out here. You might think you have abundance, but people have severe limitations. All right. And people have severe cases of no abundance. They have a scarcity. Okay. So that's the case of the situation. People just have, and they overpaid for whatever situation. I don't know. It says a married real estate mogul allegedly offered a female subordinate at his workplace more than $3 million plucked from his company stock as part of an indecent proposal to steal away from her husband, a bombshell lawsuit reports. He is an executive of a Utah-based real estate firm, Real Brokerage, allegedly tried to bribe Paige Steckling, a mother married of two who he worked with heaps of cash, real estate deals, and lavish trips. There she is right there, bruh. Married mother of two. There she is, manufacturer blonde, flatback, supreme. So it's not just the girls that are sex working that are getting indecent proposals. And not only that, this man's married. And his wife is getting offered this right behind his damn back by the boss. And she got two of his kids. He better get DNA tests on all them babies. And she probably was a sex worker in the previous to this. She probably worked at Hooters or some shit like that. Yo, it says Michael accused P-Log of destroying his marriage through the incessant attempts to poach Paige. Paige confirmed her divorce in the statement, so she ended up getting divorced. My marriage ended for personal reasons, and the claims made in this lawsuit does not reflect the reality of these circumstances. I'm confident this legal process will address these inaccuracies. Michael claimed that he and Paige never even considered divorcing until the guy began chasing his wife. So she ended up divorcing the guy. Oh no, the complaint divulges a specific deal that the CEO allegedly offered Paige in January of 2025, a glamorous $1.5 million home in Park City, Utah, and a promise to take care of her needs if she left Michael in the dust. Woo! Wait! God damn, bruh. This is incredible. And it says the guy, CEO, left his wife around the same time. Page filed for divorce in February 2025. So that's an example of what I described earlier, where Tony Hawk, they dated, they started dating after our breakup. Nope. That was already in effect, so that when both of them divorced, the idea that they was going to get together, but it looks like she reneged. What it sounds like is that the first husband is suing the CEO. That's what it sounds like. Let's see what happens. The CEO allegedly offloaded $600,000 worth of real brokerage stock and funneled the cash into the indecent proposal. Mere weeks later, the CEO, Poleg, allegedly booked a hotel room in Miami for himself and Paige, though it is unclear if she ever followed through or accepted the bribe. And there the woman is right there. All right, little flat back. In February, around the time the beachside tryst was booked, Poleg emailed Paige a set of instructions detailing how she could access the promised $1.5 million in 2 installments. Poleg admitted to the Daily Mail, he's the CEO, that he did send the email referenced in the lawsuit, but claimed he was merely offering financial support Paige had requested. Okay, so they said she was the one out here begging, or she was the one that said, if we're going to do this, I want $1.5 million. As we said, everybody has a price. All women are selling, all men are buying. Okay, and she married 2 kids, and she's still out here selling punani. All right, we don't know if that actually is true. Poleg flatly denied the laundry list of accusations laid out in Michael's lawsuit. No offer, no romance, no interference, he said. And there is somebody's wife with their children, and she out there negotiating, slanging punani to another richer, bigger, wealthier man, if you will. Do you have the stomach?
Do you have the stomach?
Do you have the stomach? The mogul doubled down and asserted that Paige often complained about her lackluster relationship, and he gleaned that the couple didn't share any genuine love or affection. Woo wait, do you have the stomach? Genuine burning desire. What did I tell you about genuine burning desire? This is what the mogul's saying about Paige. She complained about her lackluster relationship. They probably didn't have money. She had the money and said, I don't really love him. Ooh, when I tell you white, man, this is a white woman's game, y'all. This is American white woman game. Y'all think, look, I have my preferences, but when you're dealing with white women, they're apex predators. Apex, like especially women like this, right? That white men value, skinny, blonde, bolt-ons. That's gold in the white community. Them women are predators, whether they're married or not. And I'm of the opinion of believing that this woman probably had a nefarious past already, where she was probably like a Dan Bilzerian girl, or she would work at Hooters, or she might have been a stripper, or she might have been an escort when she was in college, or a sugar baby. So she already was about that life, which a lot of women are almost already playing the line of that gray area of the spectrum of already doing that. She probably ecclesiastically dated. She probably dated for money, or she probably dated only rich, wealthy guy. She was already in that life. So that's why she was able to do it. She found a guy that was good enough, but she was like, there's somebody better. He's got the offer. And she went over there begging, dry begging. Oh, my relationship ain't this. We can't pay for the ATV and the boats. I wish I had your life. And she probably sucked them off and swallowed some kids. Okay. Michael is seeking the first husband, $5 million in damages tied to the collapse of his marriage. The real estate firm is valued at a whopping $886 million. So Michael's trying to get paid. Who's the lawsuit directed by? Not the woman, not the CEO, but the first husband is suing. This guy. The first husband is suing. Alienation of affection. Okay, you stole my wife. Right, Mr. Steal Your Girl. And he want to get paid. Oh my I got goodness. Money. Let me do these super chats here. We're working in overtime. but I'm wrong. I'm the one. I'm leading y'all astray. Dude, anybody can get this work. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you the flyest nigga out here. You got the most money, the best cars. You a broke nigga. Anybody can get this work, man. Goodness gracious. It's a cold, evil ass world out here. Yeah, Steve Smith, the football player. Dude, your wife is not off limits. Just because you marry her, she is not off limits. There's somebody going to be coming after her at all times. So be prepared, man. Be prepared with that reality. Wifing her up, don't stop her. Moving her into your house, don't stop her. Marrying her, don't stop her. Shout out to Jahari says, quick question. You mentioned earlier this week that when a JUCO comes over to your house, she can't have her phone face down. He says, I want to be able to on the lookout for the okie doke. Could you elaborate a little on that, sir? You want to mention it, all right? And then you want to see if she follows instructions. Sometimes this habit that they put their phone upside down, sometimes it's a mean to protect them. So when you see it first, you know, you're at dinner, you're at whatever it is, you're at the first meeting, and you say, listen, I don't appreciate that. Make sure you correct it. Why is your phone down? What's going on? She might say, oh, it's just nothing. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. It's habit. But what it is you just want to express that that's part of the deal. Remember, we talked about negotiating. Okay, we're negotiating right now. One of the things that I'm going to say, and you can have your own rules. I say we're negotiating. If your phone's down, you're losing power and leverage. All right. So when you start asking me for something, I'm going to say, no, I asked you to do this and you didn't do it. Okay. So that gives you just negotiation power. Hey, remember I kept asking you about your face down phone and I said it 1 time, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, when she starts asking for this and wanting to do that and want to be treated like this and want to be spoiled, hey, baby, you can't even keep your phone right side up. Okay. That means she's not willing to do what you're willing to do. She just wants you to do what she wants you to do. It's a small thing. Okay. It's a small thing, but it's a big thing. So you want to see why she continues to do that. What's going on? She might say it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Okay. Well, next time I see it down, forget it. That's just a negotiation tool. It's a negotiation tool and it protects you. Because women are really good at not doing what you want to do, but they're also wanting you to do something for them. I don't care what type of relationship it is. They're really good at that. Kevin Samuels exposed it where he would say that he would ask a woman a question. And what does she do? She avoids the question. She might even ask you a question back. And what does Kevin Samuels do? Hold on for a second. I asked you a question. Don't just skirt over it. That's an example of women doing what they want to do and not what you want to do. When you ask her a question and then she just completely avoids the question and just asks her own question. That's an example of that type of activity. And men put up with that shit all the time, especially when you have no leverage. Then you end up answering her question like a dumbass. That's the same thing. I ask you to do something and you don't do it. Then when you ask me to do something, you wonder why I don't do it. Okay. Then you can point that out. Hey, I seen your phone was upside down. I seen it was upside down again. I asked you about it. I asked you that was part of the deal. You're reneging on that deal. So guess what? The deal is over. Sorry. Oh, that's petty. Most men don't care about that. Why is this such a big deal? Bye. Goodbye. That's an example of negotiating. But when you have no leverage or no teeth or you got no balls, you let shit fly. Well, I did bring it up and she keeps doing it. Well, I don't feel like I should keep bringing it up because you a bitch ass nigga. You ain't got no negotiation. You can't call her out on her bullshit. Then guess what? She ends up doing more and more shit. And then you keep calling more and more shit out. And she's now conditioned that you a bitch ass nigga. So why do I have to listen to this? Because he told me what to do. I didn't do it. And he kept rewarding me. Okay. He a bitch ass nigga. So anyway, Caitlin says ICE is going to be at the Super Bowl in spite of the protest. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. ICE or none of this shit. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. None of this shit I care about. Nigga, if y'all want to shoot and kill each other and maim each other and get in arguments about ICE and immigration, I don't give a motherfuck about none of that. I ain't following none of that shit. That's why I haven't reported on it. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Nigga, ICE can scoop up whoever the fuck they want. Nigga, send niggas back with good paperwork. I don't give a fuck. Right? I don't care, bro. That story has not engaged me one bit. Right? I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Niggas, I heard niggas is getting shot over that shit. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, kill him. All right? I don't give a fuck. Deport everybody. Fuck out of here. I don't care, bruh. I don't give a fuck. Like, I had girls come in from other countries to come see me, nigga. They worried about ICE. I'm like, nigga, if you get sent back and deported, que sera, nigga. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck about no ICE or protesting or niggas getting sent back. I don't care. Send everybody motherfucking back. That shit is not, that don't have any of my emotions or attention at all, nigga. And first of all, second of all, it's not going to impact me at all. Like, ICE ain't rolling up into my neighborhood. And if they do, it ain't going to get me. Like, they might get a girl that I'm here. All right. They might come up in here and get a girl that I'm with, but I don't give a fuck. I haven't seen one ICE agent. I haven't seen one ICE truck. I've never seen any of this shit. This shit doesn't happen in my backyard. I don't care. But if y'all want to march, protest in the middle of goddamn sub-zero weather for some shit that ain't gonna happen to you, who cares? All right, but it is what it is, bro. Anyway, shout out to Pro Mansplainer, says move a muscle, change a thought. Per Duke University extensive study, vigorous exercise program has better outcomes than talk therapy and head meds. I've been telling y'all that for a long time. The best therapy is fitness. What do you find? Fat bitches talking about sitting around with a white liberal woman unpacking shit. That's not good therapy. Why don't you get your lazy ass up and move around? Now, that doesn't mean you're never going to be depressed, but why don't you exercise, motherfucker? That is the first barrier of defense of depression. Moving around, walking like a bipedal human being. Get up, work, do some shit, get some purpose, and work out, run, nigga. Get your lungs to expand and contract, flex a muscle, nigga. Pick shit up, put shit down. That's therapy. And eat some shit and go to sleep. Drink motherfucking water. Right? Therapy by CGA. Now, what do you find? People be like, he doesn't done therapy. Bitch, I be in the gym 4-5 days a week. Your ass ain't picked up one goddamn dumbbell. I've done more therapy than you can ever imagine. Okay? Than you can ever fucking imagine. I've done the work. You, on the other hand, sit in front of an old 75-year-old white liberal woman with goddamn cat glasses talking to this bitch. All right? You done no goddamn work. You've unpacked nothing with a goddamn letters behind her name that don't mean shit to me. Right? So you've done nothing. Still sitting there fat and stupid. Binge eating and smoking weed. You ain't done a goddamn thing. You still smoking a vape pen. How much is that therapy costing you, you goofy ass motherfucker? Good Lord have mercy. These people are losers. Still with a vape pen in therapy. God damn, this shit ain't working. Why you still in therapy? It's obviously not working. Still fucking losers. So much for therapy. Still depressed. Sounds like it's not working. All right. But me, on the other hand, shout out to Chris Mack, says, I seen Caleb Williams Mulatto X on your locals. Huh? Hold on for a second. Where was she at? You have? That's a co-sponsorship. What happened? Was he on CP? Shout out to Clipper Small, says Starbucks coffee coach. He says 2026. Let's get it. Shout out to you.
I'm rich, bitch.
All right, man. Move a muscle. Man, you guys got to move, man. Therapy, I'm sorry. Fitness and exercise, sleeping at a proper hour is going to help you more than anything. And stop scrolling, doom scrolling, get off social media, take a break for a little bit. That's going to help your mind. And stop smoking weed. Most of the people that I say they tell me they're depressed, I'm telling you, weed is not that far behind it. Or drugs. Drugs, weed, past drugs use, alcoholism. These are literally the segue into depression. That's like the motherfucking lost leader to depression. Weed, drugs, inactivity, alcohol, partying at the nightclub. that is almost always going to be a motherfucker that's depressed. All right, 100%. Now, there's always an exception to the rule, but that's pretty much going to be the guideline. Vaping, cigarette smoking and shit. This is all shit that's going to get you depressed. Why? You're going to have ups and downs. Your emotion, everything's going to be an upper and a downer and pulling you back. Now you got to take something else to pull you back in and bring you back up and back down again. This is like drug uses. Most people have their issues are related to drug use and alcoholism. Okay. Ninjas is leaving. It is what it is. But it is what it is. Show me a person that don't have drug use or alcohol use in the past or currently that's depressed. Other than kids. Other than kids are going to get an exception to the rule because they're always going to, they got crazy hormones going on. But show me an adult that don't have those things. All right. It's almost inevitable. Shout out to our brother Miles. The Rich Miles says, a great show today, but a significant finish for the week. He says, can't wait to Sunday's Locals JUCO stream to hear about the tale of the wayward Ling Ling. Enjoy your day off, CJ. Live large, boss up, and stack up those memories. 100%, guys, man. Yeah, the wayward Ling Ling. And we had a great trip. It was a great time, but she violated a rule. Once you violate that rule, you get dismissed. And she came back. She was like, but have a heart. I'll have to show you what she said. She was like, I just hope you can be a little bit more human. I was like, nope. Ladies, when I put a rule, like if I say something, I give you a warning and you still do it, but then you still want me to have a heart, man, I'm going to tell you, bro, you're going to see a heartless nigga. And I'm a good guy. I'm a great guy. I'm a gentleman. But if I warn you, and even people are going to be like, oh, that's petty. I warned you. And not only that, I warned you and you try to be like, oh, that ain't that big of a deal. And then you did it. I don't care how the situation was going. We had a great time up until that point. And I stood on business. I said, woo, gotta cut you. Sorry.
Now I got to cut you.
You about to see some. Same with family. I don't care, bro. If I warn you and I tell you this is going to trigger me and I tell you do not cross this fucking line and you cross it, I don't care what happened previous to that. We could have had 100% great time, which we did. You cross that line, out, cut. I will chop your hands off. I'll treat you like you were dirt. He said, did it and shit it. I'll treat you like you were. You're going to see inhumane treatment. You're going to be subhuman to me. But, you know, that's kind of how I do shit. Shout out to Will F. Says, my ex JUCO John, who ghosted me for her has a new boyfriend. He's spoiling her to the max. Doesn't know it. He says, doesn't know that I get it for a few $100 in her prime when she was 19 years old 2 years ago. She drove 2 hours each time to see me. LOL. And that's the reality. Some people get a better deal via negotiation. Big Gang says she's not your girl. It's just your turn. That is the gangsta lifestyle. Shout out to you. Maestro says just a little contribution for the EDU and game you've given. Shout out to the Money Mindset. I'm looking forward to showing the gangs how do business automation on steroids. How do you gonna do it? Shout out to you. You're presenting this weekend. That is a sponsorship.
I'm rich, baby.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to our brother here, former coaching mentor. Shout out to you. I remember you, the piano musician. He says, was at a private club in Newport Beach. There are a ton of married women hitting on me and MILFs in general. That place is out of control. Ha ha. I'm only 32 and almost financially free, living the free agent lifestyle. Boss up, man. I miss you, man. I need an update from you, so I'll probably connect with you. And shout out to Johnny Vegas says, it's not fair that these trick-ass millionaires, including yourself, are stealing men's crispy mouthpiece, hard-earned women. It's not fair. Y'all have the cheat code. He says, it should be about game and shame. You're going to regret making all that money on and bribing all of these calicos. Shout out to you. That's what them niggas be saying, man. And shout out to no government name. Don Lemon got arrested he'll have a great time in jail with those other men.
Hey, yo, chill, son.
All right.
Hey, yo.
I'm not following what's happening with that Don Lemon thing. I've heard a couple of things. He busted up in the church. Listen, in my opinion, that's low-hanging fruit. I don't know what's going on with the politics. This is all I know about politics. I think what's happening is it's political season, right? What you guys got to know is 2026 is going to be, this is the midterm year. This is why we haven't seen this bullshit in 2025. Okay. We haven't seen this bullshit in 2025. We saw a little bit leading up to 2024, right? But because there's a midterm election, this is why we see all this bullshit and the media paying attention to it and the money moving this way. And you're seeing people getting arrested and there's a lot of emotion. People are losing their lives for the cause. It's just a political year. That's it. And I cannot get involved in the shit. I don't care. It's all it is hype for the masses and bread and circus and triggering you to hate one side more than the other so one side can win. And they will put people's life and limb on the line. Got y'all niggas out there in negative 30-degree winter, busing you in, protesting. I don't have time for it. I warned you about it. You guys won't listen to me. This is why I don't get involved in it. I guess I could get some views related to it, but I see what it is. I've been around for a long time. This shit happens every political year, every midterm year, every presidential election year. It's the same shit, different fucking day. That's why I don't get emotionally invested in it and follow what's going on. The liberals and conservatives at their games again. I don't have time. I don't have time to invest in that shit. I got linglings to fucking pluck. I got white girls and gorditas coming in. I got bad Latina bitches, bruh. I'd rather be in bed with a woman holding my dick as she falls to sleep than to even look at this time. Look at this shit. I don't got no interest in it. Like, fall asleep holding my dick. And here's some money for Sephora. I got bigger and better things to do and prepare for. Shout out to Hustle Every Day, says HYM over therapy any day. He says save no bitch and take no prisoners. Boss up. Shout out to you. And shout out to the ladies. Ladies, y'all want to fall asleep holding my dick? All right, let me know. All right, call me up if y'all want. I don't know what we want to do here.
Boss up, nigga.
All right, and you get a free trip to Sephora. Like, yo, shop till you drop. All right, fill that basket up. All right. And go home when I tell you to go home. And follow my rules. Be good. Come back whenever I need you to come back. Like, that's how I'm doing life. I don't know what the fuck y'all doing. Worrying about some bitch getting shot by us. Couldn't be me. All right. Anyway, shout out to the coach gang. I got to get up out of here. Y'all have a good weekend. Go get some exercise and work on your mental. And be safe out here at all times. Protect yourself. Peace. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA.
Yeah. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, Yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't boring, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.